Hi, Marie.
Yes, got it.
So they tell me.
1, 2.
Also, I have been told this.
Check 1,
Hi,
2.
Luis. Luis.
And how about an email? You guys want to move up so we are plugged
You want me to fight Gabriel?
Come through, Instagram. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Facebook. Hi, Instagram. We've got multiple cameras going. Hello, Kathy. Sky, Mariah, and Carrie. Hi, Lori. Thank you. I'll sort of kick this off officially in a couple minutes. But
Katie, let me a donkey to ride. Well, my baby complicated. Let this you ride. That train without a struggle from the line. And I'm crazy about her. That hard-headed woman of mine. It's my baby long. Got to mind my baby tall. Yes, my baby long. Got to mind my baby tall. Now my baby, she's long. My baby, she tall. She sleep with her head in the kitchen and her feet's out in the hall. And I'm crazy about her, that hard-headed woman of mine. Yeah, I love my baby. She's so fine. Will she come and see me sometime? She don't believe I love her. It's a shame and a sin. She don't believe I'm saying. Look at her. She come in, Lord. She complicated.
Hi, Lisa.
Let me muse
hi, Rose.
right.
I'm going to show you Woody in a little bit. Hi, Pat.
She complicated. Left me a donkey to ride. Now my baby complicated. Left me a donkey to ride. That train pulled out. I'll be running along behind. And I'm crazy about her. That hard-headed woman of mine.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah, I'm crazy about her. That hard-headed woman of mine.
Facebook has a better view of me. Kenneth, do you remember Katja, one of our very, very first volunteers? Katja just joined.
Milo says hi.
Katja, Kenneth said Milo says hi. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Lisa. You're going to meet Elvira in a little bit as well. And Woody. You might not meet Winston. He's in a different pasture, but I'll tell you all about Winston. Hi, Kelly. LPK, it's never too early to call. There's a whole team of people behind Kenneth answering those phones.
Where I've nearly always been.
Hi, Instagram.
I got over you so long enough
Canada in the house.
to let my heartache melt. And then today I started loving you again.
Hello, Marie. You've already called. You're our OG telethon donor. Thank you so much. I actually took your donation at last year's telethon. That's how we met. Hello, everybody. So the number, at least for me, the number's on the top of the screen. Not really sure where it is on Facebook. But call in. You don't have to donate. I mean, we're here to raise money. But if you have already donated, or if you don't want to donate, you can just call in and talk to our volunteers. They're all standing by. Call in, ask them about a donkey.
Just begun. Today I started loving you again. I'm right back where I feeling always been. I got over you long enough. You left my heartache now. And since today, I started loving
Hello, everybody. Hello, neighbors. Campo Vita's in the house. Colleen, the t-shirts are not available. I am giving away 2 t-shirts over the next 4 hours, though. It's the only way you can get them. Hello, Stacy. Canada. We've got lots of Canada representation today. This one I'm going to do a little. I'm sorry. Wait. I'm just going to kick off with this, so you can be quiet just for a moment. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Oscar's Place Summer Telethon 2024. This is our 3rd telethon. We did our first one a year ago for my birthday. It was very successful, and so we have done one in the fall for Giving Tuesday. So this is our 3rd telethon. Each time we do a telethon, we're raising money for a specific cause. So today's telethon is to pay the hospital bills for the 25 donkeys that we rescued in May at the auction. So for those of you that have been following, Kenneth and I went to the auction in Texas, and along with other rescues, we were able to get every single donkey out of the auction in Texas. That meant 25 of them came to Oscar's Place, and we raised money for that to cover for general medical care. The problem is we had some very, very sick donkeys. So they all had the flu, something called equine flu, and many of them had pneumonia. And some of the adult donkeys may or may not have been vaccinated in their life, and they were old enough to have an immune system. But there were 3 babies that were born at the auction yard that were days old when we got them, a week old when they got here, and they had never been vaccinated, and they had no immune system, and all 3 had the flu, and all 3 had pneumonia, and all 3 almost died. And then there were lots of other sick donkeys. So our UC Davis bills were through the roof. I'm going to have Kenneth hold this. So our total UC Davis bills were $57,963. They were making fun of me this morning for being so specific, but of course, I'm very specific. That's what I do. And so we're raising money on today's fundraiser. Over the next 4 hours, we're going to have lots of fun, lots of phones. Our goal is to get to $57,963. Incredibly, we're at $29,000 before the telethon ever even kicked off. So we've been promoting it for about a week, and a lot of you have come through and made donations both in the mail and online to support pre-telethon numbers. So we're literally starting the telethon at 50% of our goal, which is incredible. And then we're going to get the rest of it by you calling in, talking to these amazing volunteers behind us. Kenneth has been working on a special surprise. So we have 2 donkeys that are due to have babies any moment. Kenneth had a meeting this morning with one of them and asked if we could have a telethon. So if fundraising gets a little bit slow, Kenneth is going to run and activate a birth for us, and so we'll use that too. Today is all about having fun, raising money for the donkeys, specifically covering our hospital bills. This is just, in the world of rescue, fundraising is difficult. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us with different operating processes and different standards of conduct. And so it's a sea of many animal rights organizations. And it's really hard to get the attention. And of course, we don't want to beg you for money all the time. And so we came up with this. I don't think there's been a telethon since the year Kenneth was born. But for those of us my age, we remember the telethons on TV. And so we have Dave doing our live music. Madison has organized this whole thing. We have donkeys that are going to make guest appearances. We are going to introduce you to the 3 donkeys that cost us $60,000. I'll tell you that we rescued 25 donkeys. We sent 3, 6, 7. We sent 7 to UC Davis. 1 went twice. 2 went twice. And we didn't lose a donkey. So there was a time where we thought we were going to lose all 3 of the babies. And we didn't. All of them made it. And I'll go into specifics with each one of them in a little bit. So we've got a lot of bills to cover. Our plan is these donkeys that we rescued are very adoptable. So Madison has reached out to all of our adoption waiting list people, and we're going to do pre-adoption screenings over the next couple of months. At the end of summer, I expect to say goodbye to those 25 plus another group of about 20. So we'll adopt out between 40 and 45 donkeys this summer, and then in September we will go back to the auction and do this all over again. What do we get? We have noisemakers to indicate when these donations come in. Oh, Kenneth, you can stop. Sorry.
I'm so tired.
Okay, so call in. We have giveaways. We have music. I'll do lots of dancing. These people are ready to talk to you. So even if you aren't going to donate, if you're just watching for fun, please call in and talk to them so they're not sitting here bored. I'm going to go back and read some of this. Oh, the other thing that's very important. Only donate, if you're going to donate online, only donate to links from us. So once you get a certain number of followers and you attract enough attention, then there are people who will come on here and say, click here to donate, that they are not affiliated with us. It's a scam. So we have several different people logged into the Instagram and Facebook accounts. There are fundraisers attached here, or you can just call in. Nobody can hijack your phone. But if you donate online, I need you to only donate on links from us. It's very important. All right, now I'll stop talking and answer some of these comments. Hi, Sam. Megan is here somewhere.
Living on the road, my friend.
Hi, everybody.
Gonna keep it free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron. Dress as hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama lonely, boy? Fear of one it seemed.
The phone number
She began to cry.
is 855-536-6539.
Sank into a dream. Pancho was a bandit boy, was as fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants, for all the honest world could feel. They let Pancho low.
Hope you have a fabulous day. Raise lots of funds. So happy to support. Thank you so much. Amy, we welcome you back. Josh is just over here peeping because I'm going to get on that. Oh. Well, so I hope you can hear me with the music. I think you can. So for every $10,000 raised, I'm getting in a dunk tank. I have 4 swimsuits, and then at the end of the day, we're going to put Josh in it. So Josh, who I do love, but he has an evil streak. He's been practicing his softball throwing for 2 weeks in anticipation of dunking me in the dunk tank. We have a very respectful working environment, and we are a big family. The one time they can take out their aggression and not get caught is on the dunk tank day. So as soon as we hit, well, we're already 3 dunks in, aren't we? So we are 3 dunks in. I'll get in the first dunk tank soon. And then every $10,000 that comes in, we will keep going up. Yes, we do background checks on everybody. We do site visits on every adoption. Our adoptions are very well screened. Elaine just joined. She's one of our adopters. We have lots of adopters in here. Kathy Carey is in here. It is not such an easy process. But what we do is we do a lot of screening on the front end, so that we don't have to do any screening on the back end. So we never go and follow up because we only send donkeys while we know which is did you warm the dunk tank water? There is a little heater in the dunk tank. I guess I can do that. Beth is waving at somebody.
We got breath to go.
All right, so why don't one of you call in and ask for Kenneth? Kenneth is just sitting over here with nothing to do, and whoever answers the phone will take the phone to Kenneth.
Could have many days. Only let him hang around.
We love you for all of our merch and all of your support.
Out of kindness, I suppose. You will Federale say, could have had him any day. Only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell.
All right, so Marie wants me to talk about the upcoming calendars. First, I'm going to talk about our old calendar. So I posted this week the photos from this calendar. This calendar was shot by Johanna Sigmund. She is an incredible photographer that is very talented at capturing the connection between people and donkey. And I posted it in the middle of the year to celebrate the middle of the year. And we got a lot of comments about can they buy them? They wish they would have gotten them, and we're sold out. We did 2 runs of the calendar. It was extremely popular, and then when they were out, they were out. I have one in my stash that I brought out for this telethon. So the very last remaining calendar, the next $500 donation will get this calendar sent to them. It's the last one in existence, and it's still shrink wrapped. So if you want this last special edition calendar, call 855-536-6539. Say, I want the calendar, and make a $500 donation, and the next one to come in gets it. So the next $500 donation is on the calendar. The next $500 donation gets the calendar. So call in, donate $500 and say I want the calendar, or call in and say I want to talk to Kenneth. And Kenneth will hop on the phone. And once we get this calendar away, I'll get in the dunk tank for the first time today.
If my words did flow with the gold of sunshine, and the tunes were played on a harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near?
All right, so let's go meet Woody. Not quite sure how to do this. Will you two follow Kenneth and I in to meet Woody? And we're going to go meet some of the donkeys we're raising money from. I just want to be careful not to disconnect.
I don't know.
She dare disconnect.
Don't really care.
Can I do the other bit so I can see where? I'm like just facing it.
Let there be songs.
Oh, it makes me nervous.
Okay. Perfect. Nice to see you.
All right, guys, we're going to go meet some donkeys.
Still water.
right, guys, so we have the 3 foals that we're raising money for in here because they're, at this point, they're about, so they were a week when they got here. They've been here for 6 weeks, so they're about 7 weeks old. Here's Remy. And because they were so sick, their body's immune system got thrown off and they can't regulate their temperature. So we monitor their temperature multiple times a day. Really? Aren't you the cutest girl I've ever seen? And so they have to stay out of the sun during the day. So we keep them inside during the day. So this is Remy's mom, Elvira. You can see she has a boots on the front of her, both of her front feet. I think we're going to have a baby.
Which one?
That would be incredible. Okay, so this is Remy and her mom, Elvira. Elvira still doesn't trust people. I mean, humans did her wrong for sure. She's gotten used to Kenneth because Kenneth gives her medicine twice a day. So Remy has been my most worrisome donkey. Woody, who you'll meet in a moment, who actually went to UC Davis twice, is doing this heel wide right now.
I think it's big.
Woody, who went to UC Davis twice, when he came home from UC Davis, he's been great. This girl has had, her temperature was spiking to 103 to 104 every day. And we talked to the hospital and our vet here, Dr. Carey, every day. She had no other symptoms, and they were like, just stay the course and let's hope that her body gets on top of this. And just about 3 days ago, she stopped having a temperature. So it's great. I know, I love you too. It's brand new, her health, but she's been really healthy for a couple days. Her coat looks funny because she's a sick animal, and she's been shedding. Just her body has been rejecting what's going on with her coat. But she's lovely, and she's healthy. We're going on day 3 or 4 without a temperature. And of course, we imprint all of the babies here, but these sick babies are handled beyond belief. And they are just amazing.
We have a couple comments saying they can't hear you, so you might want to go.
It's a party, people. I said, this is Remy. And everyone's healthy. She was the most recent to get healthy. She had me really worried, but she's great. And this is Woody or Liam? This is Liam. He's like, okay, why does she get all the attention? There you go. He just pushed her out. And Liam was the healthiest of the 3 babies.
Shame they can't hear audio.
Yeah, it's a party and there's bells and it's just hard. But are you guys saying the audio is muted, or are you saying it's hard to hear me?
Hard to hear.
Yeah, that happens in a barn with live music. This is Liam. All right, let's go see Woody with everyone wants to see.
Sorry, Remy. Sorry.
I see. So this is Feathers. This is Woody's mom. And what made me really sad about Feathers is she was healthy the whole time, but her baby went back to the hospital twice, and he was in ICU. So they were in a very small, restricted quarantine area, and she basically just had to stand there without much movement, watching over her sick baby for a week at a time, 2 weeks in a row. She wins Mother of the Year award. And this is Woody. Woody gave us a real scare with pneumonia. Woody, that's for you. That's for you. you. So Woody had terrible pneumonia, and he went and got treatment, and he came. It was so scary. I mean, Kenneth and I and Josh, the whole team, we would be down there watching them. And here's the problem with a baby that has pneumonia. They breathe like this because they can't catch their breath, but also they need to nurse. And so you think about, as a human, you could be like, go ahead and nurse. You'll lose your breath for a moment, but it'll come back. Donkeys don't know that. So he was trying so hard to breathe that he wasn't nursing. And a condition called hyperlipemia set in. So he had hyperlipemia, pneumonia, and the flu. He was 10 days old with no immune system and no vaccines. So we were told these babies wouldn't make it. And then he came back, and he had a good day or two, and then he started struggling to breathe again and not nursing. And Kenneth and I had to make the decision of like, what do we do? Like every time we send a donkey to UC Davis, we spend $10,000, and they just got home, but he's not eating, and he's having trouble breathing. So we made the decision to send him back. So Woody went twice. Look at his mom, comforting him. You're a sweet, sweet mother. All right, I should say it right now while the music's quiet. So these are the babies. So this is Liam. This is Woody. This is Feather, Woody's mom. Remy is the Velcro donkey attached to Kenneth. Remy's mom is Elvira. She's still in a very difficult position. Her foot is still very critical. But, you know, we're doing all we can for her. And then I'll give you a little lesson in what it looks like when a baby's coming. And then we'll go to the donkey kick. So this is Buttercup and Peach. Phoebe, if you're watching, this is Peach. They're a bonded pair of donkeys that we rescued remotely in January. And we were told all those donkeys were pregnant, and many of them have had babies. We are close. So we're looking at her udder. Her udder is full of milk. Her teats have started to drip milk. Her vulva is elongated. It's baby time, y'all. We'll see. We have 4 hours. All right. Let's get. We might need to stay off the tripods while I change clothes. And Kenneth warms up his arm. I mean, go up and down the volunteers. Get them on camera. I'm on camera.
$5,000.
That's awesome.
From who?
Andrea.
Andrea. Oh, nice.
The camera up so it doesn't have the have the paper in it.
Amazing. Andrea, thank you. Is Andrea on Facebook or
Send your money, give us your credit card. Yeah. We'll take unlimited funds. Oh, yeah. Thank you for signing on.
So for the question with Elizabeth, she asked if we spay or neuter the donkeys. We castrate all of our boys on arrival, so no breeding happens on property, but a lot of the girls do arrive pregnant just because in the auction system they're all kept together, and they're pregnant for 14 months, so we usually don't know that they're pregnant when they get here, but of course then they eventually have a baby, and the girls still go into heat, but every boy on arrival gets castrated.
Out on the road, late at night, and see my pretty house and every light.
Stephanie wants you to remove something every 5K.
Well, socks on.
Driven the back road, I wouldn't get away.
Has somebody specifically sent the calendar? Then we should give it to Andrea, right?
I think she should get it
You
all.
said 500, she gave 5,000. Andrea, this calendar is yours. Alright, let's talk a little bit about why I'm getting dumped. So, raising money is hard. We don't want to tell you sad, depressing stories all the time. We want to try to spread joy. We want to make fundraising fun. And for some reason, people feel aggressive about me. And so, whether it's throwing a pie at my face or dunking me in a water tank, it drives revenue. So, I am so grateful for every bit of support. I'll also talk about the difference between a $5 donor and Andrea, who just made a $5,000 donation, is that there is no difference. And I get asked this question all of the time. But people who support us are supporting what they can do. And that's different for everybody. So $5 for somebody is exactly the same as $5,000 for somebody else. And it's all meaningful, and it all has an impact, and it's all appreciated exactly the same from us. And so, thank you. We make a big deal about a $5,000 donation because it's a lot of money and it pays 1/2 of one animal's medical bill. But those $5 donations also add up incredibly quickly and make a huge difference. And so I'm getting dunked both for $5,000 and for $5. So I'm bougie and I'm cheap at the same time. And I think we'll go.
Driven the back roads, I wouldn't get away.
Kenneth, ready?
Wine, singing wine, and you show me a sign.
You guys can come out and watch if you want.
I'll be willing, keep it moving. I'll be willing.
Where did you stand last time?
Anywhere.
On him, not on the floor.
Yeah, or maybe from back, so you kind of get both.
So, Facebook and Instagram, just so you know.
Yeah, don't finish. 1 sec, it reconnecting on Facebook.
Yeah, we shouldn't be on, we should get off of Wi-Fi. And just stay off of it. The thing you should know is that I notice everything. It gets on Kenneth's nerves, it gets on Josh's nerves, but like I watch this place like a hawk and I notice when we skip medications. I notice everything. What I just noticed is that the boss of Oscar's place is getting ready to dump in this big tank and somebody has electric cords right here. Connect. Josh? I am on to these people. I have a succession plan, but I wasn't quite ready to do it today.
Would you hold this toaster for me, please?
Yeah, exactly. And I've actually been working really hard on my body, but I suppose I'll leave my secret on. And for those, if you want to zoom in on my feet, I got a pedicure for feet finders. No, it's not even lat.
You have to push that out. The thing you hit the ball with,
Push that out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, pull it out.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that.
Is that water heated?
That one's in the tent.
It's not that cold.
It's not very warm.
Well, it's about 90 out here now.
We're raising money today for... No, wait! The other thing that I promised to do was to butch it up this year. So last year, when I watched those videos that live for eternity, I was screaming like a schoolgirl. So this year, I would be like, throw it, bitch, throw it. That's my best attempt at being.
Oh my God.
All right, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for all the funds.
God.
Just do it, Kenneth.
Oh.
All right, Paula. All right, thank you guys. Now I'm gonna go change clothes. I can't wait for it to be Kenneth's turn. All right, more
Those
fundraising.
sexy days, come on.
Oh, how do you get out?
Good.
Was it? All
Ultimate sacrifice.
right, take the camera off me.
You gotta put it in slow motion now, right?
Hi Megan, how are you? We have to. It's nice to see you again. Thanks.
All right, what's next? Let's go. I can't see the number. What's the number? Y'all, this is Madison. If you haven't seen
It was
Madison's
a
face,
teenage wedding and the old folks wished him well.
I'm gonna get my glasses.
You could see that the air did truly love themselves. While the young slow down in the chapel bell.
All right, I just got dunked. We will get dunked again. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Call 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Talk to these lovely volunteers who are here. Just call to talk, call to donate, call to laugh at me. Andrea, there you are. Thank you for your donation, and thank you for naming Sadie. We'll go back in and look at Sadie in a little bit.
Donkey
for the donkeys, that's right.
700 little records, all rock, rhythm, and jazz. When the sun went down, the rabbit temple
I'm just reading through his notes. If you're wondering why I look so funny.
C'est la vie, said the old folks. Goes to show you never can tell. They bought a souped up jet and it was a cherry red 53. Drove down to Orleans to celebrate the anniversary.
So there is no, we castrate every male up on her. Sorry, it's hard for me. Let me do this better. There you go. Now you can both see me. We castrate every male upon arrival. So no breeding happens at Oscar's place. It's a very common question. Donkeys are pregnant for 14 months. So next to the elephant, it's the second longest gestation period. And so they're pregnant when they get here, and we have babies. But we castrate every male. There isn't a procedure to sterilize a female donkey. So all the males, we do it to all the males.
C'est la vie, c'est the old
Not a dumb
folks.
person at all.
Goes to show you never can tell. C'est la vie, c'est the old folks. Goes to show
Amy,
you
that
never
donkey
can
that you're
tell.
thinking about is Louis. Louis lived with the same owner for 25 years. His owner got very sick, shipped him up here, and he was very sad to be away from his owner, his family, who is all he had ever known. And he did get really sick, but we monitored him day and night, and he eventually got healthy again, and now is smothered with love. He's a very sweet donkey. He lives in our senior
down the
pasture.
road trying to loosen my load. Got 7 women on my mind. 4 they wanna own me, 2 they wanna stone me. One says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy.
I'm just going back to
Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own
Great.
wheel
I think I've caught up on the comments on
drive you
Facebook.
crazy.
Why is such a pipeline of donkeys at auction? A variety of reasons. People are greedy. People dump their sick animals because they don't want to take care of them. The BLM has some questionable adoption policies that encourage some long-term bad behavior. There's a number of reasons. Hi Lee, thank you for your donation. Let me say hi to everyone on Instagram. Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining us.
Don't say maybe. I gotta know
Taylor.
your sweet love gonna save me.
Hello,
While
Henry.
You still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy.
Hi, Jill.
Well, I've been running down the road trying to
Tara,
loosen
whatever
my
it
load.
takes.
Got a world of trouble on my mind. Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover. That's a little hard to find. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheel drive you crazy. We may lose and we may win.
All right, so this is our fundraising goal. Our medical bills just at UC Davis, not counting, this does not include our on-site vets and farriers. So when we raise money to rescue donkeys at auction, I just need a minute.
Sure. Anytime.
When we raise money at auction, we raise money to cover medical expenses. And so that money has been used for our on-site vets and our on-site farriers, all the medication, all the trainers. It's the unforeseen medical bills that we didn't raise money for. So $57,963 is our bill at UC Davis. That's what we're raising money for. We started off, because of our amazing donors, we started off at $29,000. So for the week leading up to the telethon, we were getting donations that have counted. Madison's going to update it now to where we are, and we're going to hit $57,963 by the end of the day, which if we're dunking for every $10,000 means 5.7 dunks in the dunk tank. All right, Madison, where are we now?
We are.
Sure. Not all of them, but it's about 70 of them, I guess.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Whoop, whoop, keep going, keep going.
36.
Wow. We went from 29,000 to 36,000, and we've been live for 42 minutes. Y'all, this is incredible. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if I'm going to put on dry clothes or if I'm just going to wait and get dunked again. Actually, I'm going to put on dry clothes. Madison is going to take over emceeing for a while. She's going to introduce you to some of our volunteers. And please call, I can't do this without my glasses on, 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. And let's keep these funds coming in. Let me see if there's any other questions I can answer. Louis, great, great. All right, y'all, this is Madison. Say hi.
Hi everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Oscar's Place volunteer and admin program manager. So I get to work with all these lovely volunteers every day. And then a lot of you probably know me from exchanging emails, working on your donation, or just general questions. So it's nice to see everyone. Hello. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll try to answer them as best that we can. So for Barbara, that question, would you show the birth if one of the donkeys were to go into labor? If it happens on live, that would be pretty cool. $1,000 donation. That's awesome. So we actually did, for our Guardians only, it was a very special video of the Boone delivery. So for those of you that know Boone, he's one of the babies that was born this year. It was probably the most difficult delivery we've ever had at Oscar's Place. You know, luckily with a lot of deliveries, you know, we wake up in the morning and there's a baby. But with this one, Molly went into labor pretty late at night. Luckily, Kenneth and Ron were here, so they knew that she was going into labor. And usually you don't touch the baby, but the baby was actually stuck. So Kenneth had to pull Boone out. We didn't think he was going to make it just because of how hard the labor was. But he ended up being really healthy and happy, and he's just one of the sweetest babies. Him, his mom, his best friend.
You want to do that one?
Yeah. And his best friend have actually been adopted out, so they have a pending adoption. We don't know when they're going to be leaving us, but they're going to be going to a really good home, so it's very exciting. Someone asked, where are all the donkeys coming from that are at the auction? So when we rescue a donkey from auction, we really don't know their past. Most of the time it's probably just an owner, you know, that had donkeys that no longer wanted them, and he just dropped them at auction, and then the auction pays that owner for the donkey. So we don't know anything about their past. Debbie, if you don't want to donate, you can always support us just by calling in and saying hi and saying thank you to one of our amazing volunteers. The phones are a little quiet right now, so call in and just say thank you and talk donkeys if you want to talk donkeys. So for the next person to call in and donate any amount, you're going to get this sign. So it's a very cute sign. It's a metal sign. It has a donkey with glasses. So for any donation, the next person to call in is going to win this. So call. So the phone number to call is 855-536-6539. The next person to donate is going to get this sign. So the next person to donate is going to get this sign. That's awesome. Laura, she won the sign. So thank you, Laura, for calling in.
All right, everybody, this is Kenneth. Don't mind me, I'm still putting my pants on. So we're raising money today for the 25 donkeys that we rescued on May 5th at the auction in Texas. Kenneth went with me to that auction. And, you know, I'll tell you that it's a really hard day. I think most people expect it to be hard. But we are picking and choosing which donkeys we save and which donkeys we don't, which donkeys live and which donkeys don't. It's a very difficult decision to make. It's a very difficult thing to see. The great thing about the auction that we went to is that there weren't a lot of donkeys and there were some other rescues there. And so all in, when we left, 0 donkeys were left behind, which was the first time that's ever happened. It was really great. But Kenneth, why don't you talk about just a little bit about what the May auction was like for you? Like, which donkeys, like, when you think about the 25 donkeys we rescued, which ones do you remember on that day really stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just an intense experience. It's like a really, like, packed full 24, 48 hours that we're there. There's a lot going on. We're, like, bombarded with information, new animals, where animals are coming from, who we have to talk to get them. We got some really great donkeys this time. They were just, I mean, all donkeys are great, but we got some that were already very friendly and really a lot that were pretty healthy as well, except for these poor babies. Phoebe and Rachel really stuck out to me.
Yeah.
They're two not quite babies, just a little bit older, maybe 3 or 4 months now, that we were able to get, and they actually were pretty sick when they got here, which we expected the young ones.
And
they were
actually,
so sweet.
Phoebe was sick there.
Yeah.
So Phoebe was one of the few animals. Phoebe and Lucille were the two that we knew from looking at them they were sick. And what was really sad about Phoebe in particular is that she's young enough to still be nursing. She shouldn't have been weaned yet. And we were really confused about who her mom was because she was going from donkey to donkey, sticking her nose behind their hind legs, trying to nurse. And every donkey was kicking her away. And eventually we realized that her mother wasn't with her. And her and Rachel, the two, we estimate them to be 4 or 5 months, were both orphaned. And so we were really committed to getting them. They hung out with two other donkeys named Olive and Charlie. So Olive, Charlie, Phoebe, and Rachel sort of all hung out together. And we got all 4 of them, of course. But yeah, they were sick and orphaned and really stuck out to us.
Yeah, and all 4 of them are getting friendly, but Rachel and Phoebe are already just sweethearts. They
Yeah.
follow you around the pasture, especially Phoebe, but Rachel tags along and she'll accept some begrudging pets. She just recently got shaved, actually, because she has some really long fur, so she's got a bit of a funny haircut going on right now. She's enjoying the cool breeze on her skin.
And for those that are laughing about, I wonder if they were named after friends, 100% they were named after friends. So Phoebe was named by a donor. When we decided Phoebe had to go to the hospital, we had to send her a friend. And so when you send donkeys to the hospital, they need names. And so I didn't have time to do a fundraiser or ask donors what names we should give. I needed Phoebe's friend to have a name right away. And she has a very funky, cool, trendy haircut, as did Rachel on Friends. And so it just made sense that I would name her Rachel. So they were named after Friends characters. And they are, for the first 2 days she was at UC Davis, we were told she probably wouldn't make it. She was really sick. And she was a quick bounce back. Like as soon as she got strong enough to fight, she fought. And it's been all uphill since then.
Yeah, and she's been doing great ever since she got back from UC Davis. No temperatures, no sickness. Her and Rachel have been eating as much food as they can get their mouths on.
Yeah,
they're really doing well.
They so we're an adoption center, and that's part of our business strategy. So if we were just a sanctuary, every animal that gets sanctuary takes up space and resources until the day they die. So when you sanctuary too many animals, then you limit the amount of help that you can do. And when we launched Oscar's Place, we wanted to be able to scale and help as many donkeys as possible. So to do that, we committed to rehabbing. We committed to rescuing, rehabbing, and rehoming donkeys so that we could free up space for more donkeys. So when we go to the auctions, it's just the truth. We are looking for adoptable donkeys. Donkeys that we can make sure we can get them emotionally healthy and physically healthy and find them new homes so we can help more donkeys. And that's a really difficult thing to do when you're there because there are donkeys that really need your help. And of course, it's not cut and dry. It's a very emotional experience, and we make exceptions all the time. I mean, I fell madly in love with Lucille, who didn't fit the bill at all. She was unhealthy, not friendly. She had quite a few problems. But we got her, and then it turns out that they were all superficial, and she was young and very Kenneth, I can't see. Why don't you read the phone number and tell people to call me?
All right, that phone number is 855-536-6539. We love callers. We got lots of great volunteers here answering the phones today. Some of our farriers as well. We got staff members' phones hooked up, so you never know who you're going to get. And we appreciate anything you can donate. It helps every donkey.
Thank you, Kenneth. All right, I'm just going to go back and read some of these comments. If I don't have any money to donate, but I still want to help, what can I do? Well, for one, you can call the 800 number and talk to our volunteers. So as you can see, there's a whole group of very dedicated, loving professionals here that want to talk to you and tell you stories about donkeys. And so just call and give them something to do. That's a great thing to do. Sharing this video right now, share it with your network or your friends and tell them that you're supporting Oscar's Place. Sharing is a great thing to do. And really just tuning in and watching this is really a great thing to do. Like, these things are hard to do, and you know, I feed off of your energy, so just having you here and asking questions is also very helpful, so thank you. Patches and Jackie, those are two really great donkeys. Patches is everyone's favorite donkey. He's one of our two blind donkeys. And Jackie is a very funny... How old do we think Jackie is? She's old.
We probably know pretty close to an accurate age because she was one of our surrenders.
I think Jackie is up there in the late 30s, along with Barnaby and Jin. The difference is Jackie is like, who's that judge? Judge Judy. She is like fierce and strong and healthy. She's very food aggressive and she's very pushy. She hasn't slowed down one bit.
She's an energetic super dog.
Yeah, she is. Stacy, thank you. If I remember right, you named our plush stuffed animals last year.
I think me and Josh are going to go.
Great. Kenneth is going to go work with Josh and bring Phoebe and Rachel up from the pasture where they're in to the barn, so you guys can meet Phoebe and Rachel in a little bit. I'm just going to keep reading. Madison is making fun of my eyesight, so she's taping the number in big senior citizen letters so I can read them. Oh, Kenneth, somebody's asking if Phoebe and Rachel are still looking for a mom.
They seem like they've found some comfort in each other now. They still hang out with Olive, but I never see them try to.
Yeah, they're not sticking their nose under anyone's back legs anymore. I think that they have realized that they're going to get all the food they need. You'll have to remember that at this auction, their only food option was molded hay. Kenneth was like, I can see the mold growing on the hay. So they either got to eat moldy hay or nurse. Those were their only two options. So they were a little bit more worried about eating. Hey, Joe. Thank you so much. Great to see you. I was hearing all about your upcoming trip. It sounds super fun. Pickles is Pickles. Pickles is just a great donkey. He was one of the first 3 donkeys of Oscar's Place. He's the most handsome donkey here. He knows it. He's not extra friendly. He just walks around. He's a little bit like Gabe. He just walks around and looks handsome and is like, I know I'm handsome, but doesn't really. I'm just teasing Gabe. But Pickles is great. It's fun to be on Instagram. I have no idea why we haven't been on Instagram before. It's not ideal because... hi, Kathy. All right. Sorry, just reading all these notes. All right. So 855-536-6539. Madison, you gave away that piece of art?
Yes.
Awesome. So it is 10:57. We've been live for 1 hour. Does Barnaby hang out around your home? Yes. Every single day, Barnaby's in my yard. And Barnaby, so donkeys should not graze on green grass because of sugar. A boring subject for a telethon, so I won't really talk about it. But we let Barnaby graze on green grass because to me it's like letting a 92-year-old smoke. Like, whatever. Eat your heart out, Barnaby. 855-536-6539. Oh. tell me to get out of the way. I'm totally kidding. You should see all these people doing all this work. That's Jennifer.
Rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station.
Somebody said that my twerk is going to get donations. All right, so I get a lot of questions about t-shirts, and I refuse to get into apparel, much to everybody, Pam's complaint. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not getting into apparel. Now, once we're on TV, y'all are picky. Somebody wants me to tilt the camera so they don't see so much of the roof. But like, it's a tripod in a barn, Jim. Give me a break. Anyway, back to apparel. So I'm not going to get into apparel until we're on TV and I can outsource it and have somebody else deal with it. That isn't the color I wanted. That isn't the size I wanted. Right now, Madison and I do most of this out of my laundry room. So I'm not going to do it. But I am going to give away 2 t-shirts. So the next 2 $500 donations say I want to stack t-shirts. These are quite literally the shirt off my back. These are 2 of my t-shirts. One's a short sleeve pink, one's a long sleeve black. The next $500 donation will get a t-shirt. So call in 855-536-6539. Make a $500 donation and say I want a t-shirt and say black or pink. Once these 2 are gone, there will be no more t-shirts available. We will be on TV before long, don't you worry. And then we will have t-shirts. Right now, these are limited edition. Katja wants to know if Rosemary is here. Rosemary is here. Rosemary, Katja is saying hello.
Who is?
Katja.
Katja!
I'm sure you heard that.
Hallo Katja!
Right there.
Grüß dich!
Katja was one of our very first volunteers. There, Jim and James, I could turn that one a little bit. The other one is just on a tricky tripod, so... At least it's a pretty roof. We don't have very many corporate donors yet. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ellen. These volunteers are doing incredible work today. The next $500 donations. A pink short sleeve, very comfortable staff t-shirt or a black long sleeve staff t-shirt. You cannot buy these anywhere except on this telethon for $500. Make a $500 donation and tell the person on the phone that you want a t-shirt and which one. There's one of each. Thanks, Jim. We are expecting a baby.
Yes, I did.
Hi, Phil. Thank you, Phil. I'm not sure if you're amazed by my twerking or my dunking booth, but either way, I'll take it. Hi, Jill. Phil, you should call in and talk to somebody. Call 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Josh, come here. So, I like to embarrass people. So, Phil's on here. We were going through all of the photos. We had brunch yesterday when the photos came in. And like, everyone took really great photos. And what did Phil keep saying? Oh my God, Josh photographs so well. And I was like, so does Kenneth. Hello. He's like, no, look at Josh. Josh photographs so well. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil.
Do you know someone that gets the shirts already?
I've not heard of it.
Okay.
855-536-6539. That's right. 855-536-6539. Hello, everybody. What sizes of the donkey do you have? Who is the biggest and who is the tiniest? We have two mammoth donkeys, Gizmo and Gadget. They were in here a little bit ago. And then we have probably the babies are our smallest at the moment. 855-536-6539. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll tell you my story a little bit while Dave takes a break. So, I used to be in media. I had 7 magazines that I ran. So I was a corporate executive in New York. Most of the time I lived in LA and commuted to New York every Thursday and Sunday. I ran 7 magazines, including In Style, which is a fashion magazine, Southern Living, Coastal Living, and Sunset, which are shelter magazines, People Style Watch, Essence, and People in Espanol. So that was my portfolio. I was a corporate bigwig, and I lived the life of a corporate bigwig, and it was pretty awesome. Because I ran In Style, I went to all the fashion shows in Milan and Paris and London. I was sort of treated like royalty. It was awesome. And then I left Time Inc. as part of a merger, actually, and then took some time off on purpose. And then COVID hit, and then I couldn't find work, and then I started to panic. So I started doing some work for a friend of mine named Phil, and was just helping him do some business things. And Phil said, I bought this property in Hawkland because I wanted to open a farm animal sanctuary. Phil wants his legacy on this planet to be one about animal welfare. And so he helps a lot of animal organizations. And one of the things that he wanted to do was to have his own sanctuary. So he bought this property to turn it into a farm animal sanctuary. He put somebody here to do that, and it didn't work. So there was a lot of money spent on things that were not agreed upon. That relationship fell apart, and that person moved to Mexico. So Bill asked me to come here and sell this house. So I wasn't working. It was COVID. Everyone was quarantined. And I was like, there are worse places I could be quarantined than this beautiful house. And so I agreed to come here for 3 months to sell this property and to just quarantine here before I went back to my LA, New York lifestyle. And I was here laying out by the pool, swiping TikTok, and I saw a video of a woman rescuing donkeys from being slaughtered at an auction. And I thought, why are people slaughtering donkeys? And I did some research. Then I started thinking about my impact I was having on the world and what brings me joy. And I realized that there's a difference between things that I enjoy and things that bring me joy. That was a revelation to me. And over the course of a week, it sort of all came together. And I realized, why don't I retire? I know how to run businesses. Why don't I launch a business here? Let Phil have his legacy come true the way he wanted it to come true. And since donkeys are in trouble, why don't we rescue donkeys? So I wrote a business plan, pitched it to Phil. He was so shocked by everything that I was saying that he just sort of he was numb and he just nodded. And we launched Oscar's Place. And now we've been open for 3.5 years. We're a fully self-sustaining 501c3 organization at the IRS. We rescued just under 300 donkeys. We have 160 donkeys on property today, and it's a team of beautiful volunteers. So that's it.
I'm going to point a sticker away from there. And then here's what I've been trying to do if he's talking.
All right.
And just, kind of do a little plunking in the
855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Yeah, Dave, you've been perfect. It sounds great. I like it. I like the singing. I like the not singing. It's all perfect.
Thanks.
Just sometimes when people complain, I'll ask you.
Yeah, no, and anytime you want quiet.
You're perfect. Guys, our musician is a guy named Dave. How do we find Dave?
Yeah, I do that.
I was thinking
Pointing it toward the back of the room. Yeah, perfect.
Is it?
That'll probably help considerably.
So just the black.
No, both were taken.
Oh, both t-shirts are gone. You snooze, you lose. Next time I bring something up to give it away, you better call in quickly. I don't remember how we found Dave. Megan, did we find him through you?
What?
How did we find you?
Yeah.
Through you.
Yeah.
So we had never met him. We needed a musician. Madison called him. He is the nicest guy. He is the perfect vibe for what we're doing here. And he's done all 3 of them. And it's just great having him here. So thank you, Dave.
I was thinking like if it rolled off the wall.
Yeah, that's okay. Whatever.
That's a lot harder than you think trying to get. I know, that's great. That's what they
Yay.
I I say Oscars, you say plays. Oscars.
Plays.
Oscars.
Plays.
I say Oscars, you say plays. Oscars.
Plays.
Oscars.
Plays.
I say Kenneth, you say dunk. Kenneth.
Dunk.
Kenneth.
Dunk.
We're gonna dunk Kenneth when he gets back.
What's he gonna take off? Have to ask.
Is that Filipino? Run.
So you're bringing in Phoebe and Rachel. So this is Phoebe and Rachel. They keep stepping back from me.
Just won't get it, say.
So Phoebe was the so Rachel just had her first treat ever, I think, and I have awoken a monster. So these are the two orphans from the Texas auction. The auction in Texas. And Phoebe, this one, couldn't breathe and couldn't eat, and was the very first to go to the hospital. So you're helping us cover her medical bills first and foremost. Rachel did have both the flu and pneumonia. She had very mild symptoms. So she went with Phoebe to the hospital and stayed with her for the whole week. But she never actually needed any treatment. So she was a cheap donkey. Phoebe was not a cheap donkey. Hi, baby. And they are, so we quarantined for 30 days. So their first 30 days, once they get healthy, they get vaccinated, they get dewormed, they get de-liced, they get their feet done, they get vet exams, they get weighed, All of these things happen in the first 30 days. And it's happened for these two. They're just great. And we will integrate them this week. We're going to move them into pasture 1. They'll meet 68 other donkeys. Here, why are you hiding behind me?
Nervous.
Rachel looks like a nurse or like a ranger.
It's funny that Rachel's more popular than Phoebe.
Just camera shy.
Rachel just doesn't care what's going on. When you separate her from Phoebe, though, she's real upset.
Where are you going? Where are you going? That's a big donkey. Somebody asked online about our biggest and smallest donkeys. These are some of our smallest. I mean, they're babies, that's fine. And these are our biggest. All right.
Yes.
So we're raising money today to pay for the hospital bills that Phoebe incurred. We ended up sending 7 donkeys in total to UC Davis. Phoebe was just the first. How lucky are you? You were the first to go. So 855-536-6539 is the number to call to talk to our amazing volunteers and donate to cover Phoebe and Rachel's medical bills. The total medical bills from this rescue was $56,000. And we are at $36,000. So we've only got $20,000 left. So we have 3 hours to raise it. Kenneth is going to get dunked soon. So, in fact, we're a dunk behind.
Update it?
Huh?
You want to update it?
Yeah, I'll hold the donkeys. Kenneth, you hold the board, and we'll update it on Kenneth.
Okay.
We're going to update it with new numbers. Very exciting. I say Kenneth, you say dunk. Kenneth, dunk. Kenneth, dunk. I say Kenneth, you say dunk. Kenneth, dunk. Kenneth,
Wow. That's a lot of donations.
Keep going, keep going. How much are we now?
42.
We're at $42,000, y'all. $42,000. This is incredible. This is incredible. Thank you guys so much. I think it's time to dunk Kenneth. And Megan's gonna throw. Just so y'all know, we have some perverted volunteers. Now I love them, and I'm so glad they're here. But I've been asked multiple times to get naked, and they just ask Kenneth to get naked. Well, we are respectable business people. Actually, I get naked for a $10,000 donation.
I'll do it for 8.
All right, now you'll take them to 2, and then put on some soup.
The joy on your face, Kenneth.
It will take Kenneth a little bit to get into proper wardrobe, so we'll go back to the volunteers.
Aren't they the cutest things ever?
It's the number of Instagram.
Well, these. Isn't this fun? They're just so smart. They know.
There we go. Let me read the comments that came in. Just signed up to be a monthly guardian. Thank you so much. Let me tell you a little bit about the Guardians really quick. So our Guardian Club took us a year to launch. So every nonprofit has a monthly recurring membership program of some sort. Every single one does. Because while these one-off donations are great and help us do things like cover medical bills, I can't write a budget off of one-off donations because I never know how much is coming or when it's coming. So knowing how much is coming every month through our monthly donation program is how I build a budget and how you run a business. And so it's an incredibly important part of our business. Most nonprofits that have monthly membership programs have sort of piece of shit benefits. I don't know a better way to say it. Have like benefits that don't mean much, because you don't want benefits that cost a lot of money or are hard to do, because that defeats the whole purpose of raising money. And so we spent a year thinking about what benefits matter, would be valuable enough to say thank you for a monthly donor, but when it costs us a fortune to do. And we wanted to launch it right. Also, a lot of people talk to us about Patreon. Patreon, I think, is great. They also take a percentage, and they ask for $1 a month, and I didn't want to ask for $1 a month. So the Guardian program that we launched, to sign up to become a Guardian, you pledge a monthly donation, and that amount is completely up to you. So it can be $5. We have some at $434. We have some at $500. So anywhere in between there, whatever you sign up for is what you sign up for. I talk about this all of the time, that the $20 donor and a month and the $400 monthly donor are equally valuable to me, because each person is giving what they can comfortably give based on their current life situation. So it's different for everybody. And we do not value $400 donors over $5 donors. We value them all the same. And so here are some of the sponsorships. So you get to choose a donkey to sponsor. We have a list of about 25 donkeys, 20 donkeys to sponsor, with stories on them. So it just comes with it. It's nothing extra. You become a Guardian, you get to choose a donkey. We record personal videos of each donkey each quarter that we send to you, so you get updates on your donkey. You get special newsletters and content that nobody else gets. And so I heard Madison talk earlier about Boone being born, and Josh happened to record Boone's birth, done by me and Kenneth, on our barn camera. And so we converted that to a YouTube video and sent that out to our Guardians. And so that was a behind the scenes look at a breached baby being delivered, that you could only see if you were a Guardian. And it was an incredible video. We thought the baby was dead. We had been told by our vet that the baby was probably dead. And so we pulled it out. And then the minute the baby jumps, you see Kenneth fall back on his knees. It's just incredible. So we give you special content that nobody else gets. And then we have Zooms twice a year, where I walk you through the entire business of the operation. What are our challenges? What are our wins? What are our losses? What mistakes have I made? Where does your money go? How much money do I spend on feed? How much money do I spend on salary? These are in-depth business presentations that our Guardians get, much like a board of directors. What are other benefits? You get a discount on, not merch, not this merch, but this merch.
Yes. Get a Guardian pin.
You get a Guardian pin, a lapel pin that says Oscar's Place Guardian with our great logo.
You get to visit.
And you get to visit. So we worked hard on the program. I think our Guardians really like being a Guardian, and we certainly appreciate them. Okay, what else was I going to say? Sadie is my donkey. I'm a Guardian, and I sponsor Hershey. And I sponsor another one, too. Wendy, you are greedy. You get one donkey. We have some people who do $10 a month multiple times, so they can sponsor multiple donkeys. So instead of $50 a month, they do $5, $10 a month donations. But whatever. Do whatever you want. Sadie is not in a donkey that you can sponsor, because she will be adoptable one of these days. So anyway. I'm watching for the Duncan. There is Duncan coming, y'all.
You want to do a giveaway? Maybe the quilt?
Sure. You can go back again. 855-536-6539. Kenneth is putting on a swimsuit. Megan's going to throw the softball. And we're going to give a giveaway. Not quite sure what it is, but... So this is a beautiful handmade donkey quilt made by Jane, who is here. In a moment, Rosemary. Rosemary is our bossiest volunteer. And she has a viral video of her being bossy. If you ever want to TikTok search her. This is a beautiful homemade quilt made by Jane that I will show in a minute. She's been making quilts for over 20 years, and she found this donkey fabric and knew that it would be perfect for the giveaway.
has Oscar's place on one of the corners.
And it has Oscar's place embroidered on a corner back here. So if you want this quilt, call this number and say, I want the quilt. The first person to say, I want the quilt, gets the quilt. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. And say, I want the quilt. Who gets the quilt?
Oh, that is awesome.
These people are manipulative, but also generous. So Pam, who's working the phones, wants the quilt, so she called on her personal phone to Amber and said she wants the quilt. So the quilt's done. The quilt goes to Pam. More giveaways coming. I already donate every month, so can I qualify to be a guardian? You can do it. Just email Madison and either just change your donation to be automatic and then it all happens automatically, or Madison can figure out a way to put you in manually. We're an hour and a half in. Kenneth is in his swim trunks. I missed the beautiful quilt. Sorry, Stacy. There's more giveaways coming. You snooze, you lose around here. We move at the speed of light. I say Kenneth, you say dump. Kenneth, dump. Kenneth, dump. I say Kenneth, you say dump. Kenneth, Kenneth. All right, let's go. Let's go watch Kenneth get dunked. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm excited.
Oh yes, let's switch this. Perfect. Kenneth, how are you feeling?
Trepidation.
All right,
Big words. Big words.
every person who called and donated qualified for a softball and is going to be the downfall of Kenneth, which makes me really happy. Megan, one of our farriers, is going to dunk him.
Yes, I am. Go, Megan. We'll see.
Guys, thank you for supporting us. Kenneth, thank you for taking one for the team. I say Kenneth, you say dunk. Kenneth,
Dunk.
Kenneth,
Dunk.
Let's do it. Oh!
Oh, so close.
You can step closer. You can get closer.
Oh!
Oh man. That feels nice.
I don't think it's very clean. But
Neither am I.
Did you pee in there, Ron?
Thank you, Kenneth. All right, guys. I'll do it next. Keep calling. 855 something something.
Hey, Ron.
855-536-6539. We'll get the music going again. Keep the donations coming. We'll do another giveaway. We're an hour and a half in. Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been great. We hit our goal. I'm going to announce a new project that we'll raise money for, so we'll just keep going till 2 o'clock. Let's do it.
Is that the spot button right there?
Yes. Oh, this one.
11:30 pizza. So, Madison or Shallon. Will you grab that one? We're gonna take you over to show you the way these moms are guarding their babies. Donkey moms are excellent moms, and what you're looking at right now is Elvira on the right, Sadie on the left, standing over their babies. Elvira's baby is Remy, and Sadie's baby is Liam. So this is very common behavior in the donkey world. Even adults who are bonded do it. One of them takes a nap, the other stands guard to keep them safe from predators. Obviously, we have no predators here, but this is the maternal instinct of the donkey, and it's just a lovely thing to see. So these babies are healthy and recovering. They've had a really rough first part of their life, and their moms have never left their side. And when they nap, this is what they do. And here's Feathers and Woody. Hi, Woody. Hi, Feathers. All right, that was just cool, and I wanted to show you guys. We'll go back to this now. I need a hand. Megan, will you hold this? Just hold this for one moment while I put this back. Thank you. Hi, Taylor. So, Megan. So, this is Megan, one of our farriers, and there just was a question on Instagram, how does a person become a farrier? So it's a perfect time to talk to you about something that Megan does that she's going to donate. So she's going to explain this online program that she has. So this is Instagram and Facebook. You just keep going back and forth.
Awesome.
And then once she's done explaining it, the next call that comes in donates $500 and says, I want to buy this course. She's going to gift that to you as part of our fundraising today. So why don't you talk about that, Megan?
All right, yeah. So first of all, there's a huge need for donkey farriers in the United States and around the world. And I created an online course for donkey owners that teaches you how to learn, or teaches you how to trim your own donkey's hooves. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys. It's a comprehensive online course, and I'm also going to add 6 months of the bi-monthly one-to-one coaching, which is direct coaching from me with feedbacks on your hoof trims. This is a $1,500 value, so this will be a great prize for someone. Yeah, we're asking what, $500 for the donation or more if you feel like it, and you can buy it for yourself or if you'd like to gift it to someone. So yeah, if you're thinking about trimming your own donkey's hooves or you're interested in becoming a donkey farrier, this is for you.
That's right.
I'm so excited to share it.
855-536-6539. Call that number and say, I want the farrier package, and Megan will hook you up. Thank you very much for doing that, Megan.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And this isn't something that's for everybody, so this will be a very specific thing. So we'll keep reminding you till somebody calls in, and we find the perfect home for the farrier package.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait to see who gets it.
Andrea, remind me in a few minutes, and I'm going to talk about the art you just purchased, but I want to finish this first. So $500, say I want to become a farrier. Megan's going to teach you how.
Yep.
And she's going to give you an online course that's worth $1,500 for making a $500 donation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. And if thank you. And if you're like, oh, I don't know, you can always go check it out on my page. You can learn more about it there.
Somebody is saying, I'm a new student of Megan's, and I've already learned so much.
Yeah. Oh, Sam, what's up? Oh, this is so cool. This is my first time getting to be at the telethon.
It's pretty fun.
Yes, it
We got
is.
Phoebe and Rachel right out here eating some grass. So for those of you that just joined, we're raising money for the hospital bills from the 25 donkeys that we rescued in May. So the babies in particular that didn't have any vaccines or any immune system got hit the hardest with pneumonia, the flu, and hyperlipemia. They had all three at the same time. And at one point we thought we were going to lose all three babies. But we didn't. But they did cost us a fortune. So our total hospital bills from this rescue is $57,963. And so that is a theme of this year's fundraiser, is covering the medical expenses of these 25. So we're just having a little bit of fun while we do it. We're going to have, this is how far we are so far. So our goal is $57,963. We are at about $41,000. So we're getting really close. So please call and donate. If you donate $500 and you want to become a farrier, we have a special package for you. That's 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539.
And we should say, not just if you I can help you become a professional donkey farrier, but if you're also just a donkey owner who wants to take care of your own donkey's hooves. So it's for
that's
too.
right. That's right. This
owners.
package isn't going to make you a farrier. This package is going to teach you how to care for your donkey's feet.
Yes, but I can help you on the path, and I've done it before.
How physically fit does one need to be a farrier?
You don't have to. I have a student who's missing a leg, and so an amputee who does this, trims her own donkey hooves, and then I've got everybody from like 12 years old to 70 years old. What's really awesome about maintaining your own donkey's hooves is you can trim 1 or 2 hooves a day, and once you're in the maintenance phase, it's really easy. So you need to be able to open and close your hands pretty good, and bend over, your knees and your hips. But even if you have some mobility limitations, I've seen a lot of students still accomplish some amazing things for their donkeys. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah.
Josh, you ready for lunch? So Josh is who's going to join us on camera now. Josh has been here 2.5 years? 3 years? Unbelievable. And Josh is one of our primary animal caregivers, and so he's grumpy today. I'm not sure why. We had a meeting this morning. He was grumpy in the meeting, and I was like, today is not the day, Josh. Normally I don't care if he's grumpy because he's out there, but now that we're this close.
Yeah.
But the reason he makes sense to follow Megan is because he does a lot of the work that we do to our donkeys in between farrier visits. And so we have 4 farriers that come out on a rotating basis, but we have 161 donkeys, all with different degrees of hoof health. And they need a lot of work in between those visits. And so Josh and Kenneth primarily work on training them to stand for a farrier, but then also a lot of treatments. Like, what kind of treatments do you do on these hooves?
Right now, Elvira, she's getting a Metro and Artemis mud and something else packed in her hoof every 2 days. We have a whole medical sheet of donkeys we look after every day.
Let's show them a medical sheet. That would be fun.
Let me grab one.
We're going to show you what these guys do every single day with their medical sheet. Somebody just said Josh has a great smile. Like, somebody just said Josh has a great smile. If you only knew how much money I have spent on my smile, and you don't compliment my smile, you compliment Josh's. Like, it's like a $14,000 smile. Get out of here, Josh. I'm kidding. He does have a great smile. So every single day, I'll talk to you about this a little bit. So I had somebody ask me recently if we had a list of all of our donkeys, and I was like, I'm not sure what kind of a place I would be running if we didn't have a list of all of our donkeys. But not only do we have a list of all of our donkeys, but we go over that list every single day. So we have 160 donkeys. We have a meeting at 8 a.m. every day, and we talk about the physical health and the emotional health of every donkey. And the most common question that I say is, Josh, what donkeys are on your mind today? And he'll tell me, and I'll say, Kenneth, what donkeys are on your mind today? And he'll tell me, and we'll sort of prioritize our list on what to do. And then this is a 4-page medical sheet that these guys start first thing in the morning. So you can see every donkey's name, all of their medication. We have some great photos of how this is done we just got. And so these are all daily medicines. This is our quarantine pasture. So these are our new guys. So several of them are on steroids or they're on inhalers twice a day. Luckily, this sheet has gotten much smaller. This sheet took up multiple pages when they first got here. Then on the back, this is all medical hoof care. So this is what Josh was talking about. So we have 2 donkeys in particular with very jeopardized feet. Elvira is one of them. So there's basically a microscopic layer of hoof wall between her bone and the outside world. And if it comes through, she's in a lot of trouble. And so it's a race against the clock to have that hoof grow, but of course hoof grows very slowly. So in the meantime, Josh hand crushes antibiotics called metronidazole, packs the metronidazole inside of our hoof, seals the metronidazole inside of the hoof with putty, and then sprays it with Rushbuster, and then wraps it with
the Artemis mud, and then you wrap it.
And obviously I'm not the one that does it. And then wraps it 2 or 3 different things, and then puts a boot on it. So, and then they change that every 48 hours. So it's an incredible amount of work that goes in. And then the back is our list for our upcoming dentals and farrier treatments. So this is a 4-page medical sheet. It gets updated every single day. They live and die by that sheet. Yeah, and so that's what goes into it. Yeah, a lot. We're gonna, thanks Josh. We're going to get the music started. We're gonna break and have lunch. Let me see what else is on here. I love the challenge for Guardians to raise. There, Megan put a comment in here about her hoof training course. Yeah, Andrea, I'm glad that people have fun with these telethons, but they're a lot of work. Thank you, Deborah. Josh had never worked with donkeys before. Nobody here had. We were all new to donkeys. Lunch?
Yes.
Yay, lunch is here.
Yeah, I typed in the group chat, so everyone knows.
Oh, yeah, no, well, self-study and then I do one-on-one coaching. That is a wonderful donation.
Why do I have no volunteers on the phone, guys? 855-536-6539. Even just call to talk to them. Compliment their ponytails. 855-536-6539. Can we see Sadie and Liam? Yes, I'm just going to take this one phone. So I'm going to take Facebook.
Well, I can take the other one.
Okay. I'm so nervous taking these out that we're going to hit a button that disconnects. Well, first let's just go down this list.
I It's really noisy.
I'm hungry,
It's
yes.
Okay.
Not the bossy one.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're gonna
Could you spell your last name?
Here's our goal.
Okay. Got it.
We're getting there, folks. And then Sadie is right here, actually.
Yes. Awesome. Yes.
This is Sadie and Liam right in front. Sadie. Sadie is not the friendliest. Hi, Sadie. Can I say hi to you? Can I say hi to you? No. What you doing? Hi, Peach. Then there's Woody and Feathers. I'm gonna make Sadie let me go.
Ooh.
Look at that. That feels good, doesn't it? And here's Remy taking a nap with her mom standing guard. Lemongrass is not in here. Hi, Woody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi, baby. How are you? How are you, Woody? Yeah, the markings on Sadie's neck are from the BLM. So the BLM brands donkeys that live in the wild. And then she was, either adopted or illegally captured and ultimately comes to the auction yard. So she was a formerly wild living BLM donkey. I can't believe she let me pet all over her. This is the girl that's going to have a baby very soon. All right, sorry, I was, in addition to running a telethon, we are actually also working today, so I'm doing my little mental check. This is Judy, Frankie May.
Oh.
See you guys. Thanks, Sadie.
And then you said you wanted to do a one-time as well.
Did you read my list?
What was that?
Did you read my list?
No.
Stacy, Beatrice is very close to having that baby. So I'll explain to you from a very scientific point of view how I know. So girl donkey nipples normally look like Tootsie Rolls. So they're long and thin. When they get pregnant, they start to look like upside down Hershey Kisses. So they go from Tootsie Rolls to Hershey Kisses. I know there are medical terms for this, but this is how I explain it to people. And then their udder, their bag, starts to fill with milk. Once, and all that has happened with Beatrice, then the shape of her vulva goes from this to this. It elongates and gets wide. And then the very last sign is that there's crustiness on the end of her nipples. So she starts to leak milk, and she is crusty today. So we are close, and I'm holding my breath. I cannot wait for this baby to come. Hi, Elisa.
Whatever you can do,
Yeah, Frankie Mays is sweetheart.
I think you're doing great, and don't overextend yourself.
Oh, I'm so glad you got to see Barnaby. And he is a happy donkey in my backyard, so that's where he lives. All right, I'm going to eat. Okay, I'm hungry. So please call in. We're getting ready to change shifts and get some fresh volunteer blood in here. 1-855-536-6539. We're raising money today to pay for the hospital bills, the UC Davis hospital bills for the 25 donkeys that we rescued. 855-536-6539. All of these amazing volunteers are back here answering the phones. Even if you've already donated or if you can't donate today, please call them. So the art, I will tell you about the art and then I'm going to go eat. So we had, when we launched, I knew we needed press and PR. So we had a hired a press guy named Ed. What was his name? What was Ed's last name? I'm blanking at the moment. It's because I'm tired and I have my mind on too much. Anyway, we hired Ed to do our PR. He was lovely and he did a really good job. So if you researched us at all, you'll see that we're in the Washington Post. We've been on Oprah, Oprah.com. We've been in USA Today. We were on CBS. All of that came to us through the work that Ed did. And he got his start by, he had a stroke. And as part of his recovery from the stroke, he started sketching on Post-it notes. And he became known as a Post-it note Picasso, and he would sketch people's pets. And so to help him through his stroke recovery, he would say through social media, send me a picture of your pet, make a $50 donation to any animal sanctuary whatsoever, don't care where, and I will sketch your animal and I'll send it to you. And he sketched thousands of animals and built a little reputation for himself. It was super cool. So when he came here and started doing our PR, he sketched our first 30 donkeys, all on Post-it notes. We turned those into framed prints, posters that were a little bit cheaper on a different quality of paper, and note cards. And Ed signed, and because my business partner for the launch of Oscar's Place is in the art business, we did an official release and we had them signed and dated by the artist. And then the artist died. So Ed died about a year ago. It was heartbreaking for all of us, but this art is his way of living on. Ed Antanasio, thank you. It's his way of living on through his service both to animals in general and to the donkeys of Oscar's Place. He was a dear friend of ours. He helped us out incredibly. He was a super talented artist. And I'm really, as much as I miss him, and I hate that he died, I'm really grateful that we get to have this art that he created for Oscar's Place forever. And so that's the story of the art. I'm really happy you got some. Obviously, the signed and numbered pieces, there's not going to be any more. He only signed what he signed. And so those will be extraordinarily valuable one day. And, you know, once we're on TV and we release it at the auction, it's just going to go up from there. So it's a great way to support us, and hopefully it'll end up being a good investment. All right, so call and talk to our volunteers. I'm going to eat some lunch. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. And thank you, guys. Boy. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, at least for us. Yeah, yeah. It's probably high. Oh my God, yes. Well, we're
Well, let's see, the first 45 minutes I was doing it, so I didn't get any.
Oh my God, crazy.
I guess I
Okay, fine.
the rest of it, I think I took it. That's what I thought I was going to do.
All right, guys. So the people that are on at 12, if you want to take a seat, I'm going to forward
Michigan. Is up north. Michael Moore.
Someone just posted your shot, the Oscar shot, so that's okay, right?
I don't think anyone will click on it, but I mean,
It was for the paintings, I think. That's what he's talking about.
perfect. Okay.
Did you get your pizza? I think someone brought
I
you
did,
some.
yeah. I put it away. Thank you. So, hey everyone, I'm Madison. Most of you probably already know me. So we just have a new group of volunteers answering the phones now, and they need people to talk to. So you guys call in, call 855-536-6539. The next person to donate is going to win this donkey package. So they're going to win a pair of socks with donkeys on them, a very cute donkey ornament, a donkey tote, little tote bag, and a donkey sign. So the next person to call in to donate any amount is going to win all of this donkey package. Any amount, everyone call in 855-536-6539. Okay, yeah, let me get some information. To get someone with that donkey package. Okay, the next person to call in and donate any amount is gonna win all of these donkey goodies. Tote bag, socks, ornament, and a sign. Call and donate any amount. Call 855-536-6539. Gonna win all of this. Yes, this package, yeah. You got it. You got it. So just write, and then the Thank you so much. I'm great. How are you doing? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, just before you got it. I'm sorry. There's gonna be more. Awesome. Thank you. How much should I put down for one time donation? I
think I just saw Carrie, 7.
Oh yeah.
I think she just, I don't know if you want to say 5. Maybe I didn't. I'm lying. It's okay. I did. It's in there. Yeah, Carrie 11.
So someone won that donkey package. That was a popular one. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Andrea, very funny. Everyone gets a donkey package. You gotta be quick though. You gotta call in quick. Hey, everyone joining. So you guys don't have to donate to call in. If you're a supporter, if you're a volunteer, if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, or you just love the donkeys, please call in just to talk to our wonderful volunteers. You guys can call in and just thank the volunteers for what they do. You know, the donkeys wouldn't be adoptable without our volunteers, what they do, being 100% hands-on donkey, showing them that people are good and, you know, here to help them and not hurt them. So please call in just to thank our volunteers for the amazing work that they do. We are so grateful for them, and we couldn't do it without them.
No, they are not that smart.
Okay.
Hey, go ahead and read the card number. It's already so nice and cool. And I hope one day you can come out and visit us.
Grab one of the phones and just go around in a quiet time. Yes, of course. All right, so we'll introduce you guys to some donkeys. This one. My hand over the camera right away. Let me fix this. Oh no, it's okay. I got it. Thank you. Call in and talk to our amazing volunteers, okay? And then you know the work that they do.
Wow, that's a huge increase.
Yeah. Guys, some of our donkeys.
Oh, well, thank you. What is your name?
Little Whisper. This right here is Whisper. He's a sweet baby boy that was born this year. Say hi, Whisper. Say hi to everyone. Those lips. I know. Oh, here comes trouble. I know someone was asking about lemongrass earlier. So this is lemongrass. She is a permanent resident here. She is the diva, so she is very pushy for love and attention. Never aggressive, but very pushy for love.
Whisper says, I have beauty marks too.
And over here we have Faith and Penny. So Faith and Penny are a bonded pair that we got from auction, I want to say over a year ago. So they've been here a pretty long time. They aren't socialized, so they don't really trust people. They are definitely coming around, but it's a slow process for some donkeys. Some donkeys come around very quick, while these girls, it's been over a year, but we have no doubt that one day they will. That's April. Whisper. Over here we have Gadget and Gizmo. These are two mammoth donkeys. Your owner surrenders. They're the sweetest of girls. Hi, Gadget.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Well, I just came back. You never went
Welcome
anywhere.
back.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. So we are having a telethon to raise money for. Follow me.
I know.
Have a seat.
25 cents. That's
Because
pretty cheap.
Kenneth is in here,
Come on, I'm worth more than that.
it's 25 cents. When I sit down, it'll be $2,500.
Sure.
But either way, I have to avoid an HR issue. Who do I not pay? I'm kidding. We're going to do no kissing. I don't even know where this came from.
For one of the donkeys, it's a kissing booth. Pam brought it.
Oh, sorry, Kenneth. He's devastated. It's not for him. All right, so we're raising money. So we rescued, Kenneth and I actually rescued 25 donkeys from the Texas auction in May. And we raised quite a bit of money for that rescue. That covered a lot of general health issues. Then the donkeys got really sick. So in particular, we had 3 babies and 2 foals who got pneumonia. First they got the flu, the equine flu. Then with jeopardized immune systems, they got pneumonia. Then when they couldn't breathe and they stopped eating, they got hyperlipemia. So we had 3 literally deathly ill foals. That would be Liam, Woody, Remy, Phoebe, and Rachel. And they all had to go to UC Davis with their moms. Woody actually had to go twice. So our UC Davis hospital bills totaled $57,963, funds that we did not raise when we were in Texas in May. And so today's fundraiser is raising money for that. And we are currently at $41,000.
You have to update that, actually.
Madison said we're going to update it. So we have raised a lot of money. We're super, super grateful. But this is why we're here today, is for, are you going to tell me how much?
At 50.
We're at 50.
Oh, amazing.
I say 50, you say 1,000. 50.
1,000.
50.
1,000.
That's incredible. Look at that, guys. It's really awesome. Thank you, Kim. And then if we hit that goal, we'll talk about an expansion project that we're going to use to allow us to rescue more donkeys. But let's get that goal done first. So to make a donation, you can donate directly in these apps. You can donate on links that we put. Just only use links that come from Oscar's Place, no links from anybody else. Or, if you want to have fun and participate in the telethon, you call 855-536-6539 and ask for Josh. 855-536-6539. And when somebody answers, say, actually, I'd like to speak to Josh. And we're going to get Josh on the phone. Because he is Josh, don't leave! He is so grumpy today, I can't bear it. So call him and tell him how much you appreciate him. Give him a big virtual hug, and let's fix this mood. So call Josh, 855-536-6539.
Telephone version of trolling.
It's all the people he doesn't like.
And we'll say thank you to Dave, our musician.
Dave's awesome. Someone asked, where in Texas was the auction where you got them from?
Bowie, Texas.
And then another person asked, Stacy, can you share the benchmarks for when a donkey is ready for adoption?
Yeah, so it's not cut and dry. Our adoption program is very complicated because each donkey is part of an individual puzzle. But basically, we only adopt out donkeys that stand at free will for a farrier, meaning they don't have to be sedated or tied. They walk in a lead line, so if you have to evacuate, you can evacuate. They are not pregnant. We only send out bonded donkeys, so whatever donkey you fall in love with, you take their bonded companion as well. And they're as physically and emotionally healthy as we can get them. So basically, that's our list. Somebody call and ask for Josh, because now his feelings are going to get hurt that nobody's asking for him. Now you're going to make his mood even worse. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. To speak to Josh directly, you call 855-536-HUNK.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding. Josh, you saw the kissing move? Okay. It's for a donkey, not for you. 855-536-6539. We can mount. 536-653-9.
Whatever you want. This microphone's real sensitive.
There we go.
So,
Thank you.
well, we'll put it out, so you can.
So we're expecting a baby during today's telethon.
As near as I can tell.
Is Beatrice in one of the stalls?
Beatrice is out here. Just checking up on questions.
I need to get a picture of that. That was good.
Why is he so grumpy?
Who? Josh. We have 4 songs. One of them is walking on the side. Great. But we wanted to put it because
It's hard for everyone here, but I'll just tell you to cut when you need to cut. Sing, just be super casual. Fun.
So then we can start anytime.
no, just keep watching.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be quiet though, because everyone's talking on the phone. So you'll have to sing with your inside voice.
We won't start with
Somebody said, I hear music. Is Megan going to sing? She is going to sing, actually.
What do you want to start with?
Sure.
I love that.
All right, guys, give us a call. 855-536-539.
I hear that train coming, it's rolling round the bend. Now I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, or I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on.
video.
Okay.
You got it?
Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in fancy dining cars. They're probably shooting whiskey and smoking home-boat cigars. Well, I knew I had it coming. I know I can't be free. Well, those people just me, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they free me from this prison, it's not
Well, train of mine.
I'll probably take that car and move it further down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I long to stay. And I let that lonesome dissipate all my blues away. And I let that lonesome dissipate all my blues away. Walking with my donkey. All right. Huh? Woohoo! Yeah! Thank you so much. So this next song is a twist on a very favorite Patsy Cline song, "Walking After Midnight." This was inspired by Dr.
Yay.
Davis from the
I'm
Dr.
waving to you
Welfare
on the camera.
Symposium. This is called "Walking with My Donkey." I go walking with my donkey along the levee. We gotta stop. Hold on, sorry guys. I have the lyrics. Thank you guys. We were just running a test run there. I go out walking with my donkey along the levee, just like we used to do. I'm always walking with my donkey, searching for you. I walk for miles along the levee, well that's just my way of saying I'm always walking with my donkey, searching for you. I drift into nostalgia as we look for alfalfa, or maybe a tasty wheat too. And now the rocks are calling, donkey.
Our little cameras are all wonky. So while Megan's singing, we had somebody call and say, "You're so close to your goal," that I thought, let me just make it happen. And she just made an $8,000 donation, which takes us to our goal. So Josh is going to fill in the thermometer all the way to the top. I say Andrea, you say thank you. Andrea.
Thank you.
Andrea.
Thank you.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
Good job, Josh. Just like we used to do. Always walking with my donkey, searching for you. You guys need to do something. We just got two more. You guys gonna give a prize?
Yeah, I'm going to give a prize and then you keep singing. All right, guys, so I'm going to run to my house. I have some paperwork on our next fundraiser, but I want to get all the numbers exact, so I'm going to get the paperwork and I'm going to come back. In the meantime, Megan and Dave are going to keep singing to you. And to our next caller, I gave away one of these at our last fundraiser, and I had no idea what I was talking about. I was so confused. I was like, this used to be fruit,
A gourd.
and now I didn't know what I was talking about. But it's because I just had never seen one. And then Marie educated me on how stupid I was. And this is so cool. So this used to be a living thing, right? And then she like treats it and cuts it out and does something. to make it hard, and then she paints it. And she's been doing this for decades, I believe. And only since Oscar's Place opened has she decided that donkeys are her muse. And so all of her gourds are hand-painted with donkeys. So the next person that calls and says, Ron is a gourd, and makes a donation, we'll get this. And it's very, very cool, and Madison will make sure it gets shipped to you. So call the number, 855-536-6539. Call quickly. You snooze, you lose. Ron is a gourd. Gourd. I don't know how to say it, but it's very cool.
Gorgeous gourd.
The phones are ringing. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the house, and they're going to sing, and Madison's going to dance.
You want to do the breeze or It's like sit and wonder why, baby. 'Cause it don't matter in the house. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby. We don't want to support not if we don't know about now. We don't. When you hear that road growing at the back of the back.
Here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Excited, no?
Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby. Don't matter in the house. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby. Not if you don't know about now. When you hear the rooster crow at the crack of dawn, taking me back to when the woman and this old boy's gone. You're the reason I'm shining on. So baby, don't think twice, it's all right. So cute. Heading down a long, long road, baby. Roundabout, I just can't tell. How do you know just to go there, baby? So I'll just say it very well. I don't need to tell you that you've been unkind, but you've been wasting all my valuable time. You're the reason this old boy don't walk the line. So baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use in turning on your light, baby. I ain't your business. Ain't no use in turning on your light, baby. I'm minding one eye and I can't see out the other. I don't need to tell you that you've been unkind, but you've been messing up all my valuable time. You're the reason this old boy don't walk the line. So baby, don't think twice, it's alright. Baby, don't think twice, it's alright.
Everyone in the comments are saying beautiful voice, beautiful songs. You guys are awesome.
Thank you guys so much, and thank you for donating to Oscar Place. I got one more, and then I guess I'm going to be getting in the dunk tank.
For those people just tuning in, this is actually our farrier, Megan, and our musician, Dave. So we love them. They're so awesome and very talented.
And we've never played together before. So this is, we're swimming together right now.
Need to record a donkey album.
I know, wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Send in your donkey lyrics to popular songs. We'll do it.
I mean, gorgeous. Yeah.
All right, one more for you. Then I'm headed to the dunk tank, folks. I want to see some more donations. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, it's not on. I've been going down the road. Oh, is that it?
Oh, is it?
I keep looking. down the road. There we go. Well, they call me the breeze. I keep going down the road. I ain't got me nobody, and I don't carry me no gold. Ain't no change in the weather. Ain't no changes in the There ain't no change in the weather. There ain't no changes in the
Because I walk this.
I ain't hiding
I'm like, I don't know.
Nobody's hiding from me.
But you fixed it.
I got that
It wasn't
green
just like
light, baby. I gotta keep moving on. I got that green light, baby. I gotta keep moving on. I might stay here in California.
I'm gonna run around
My
the
whole
and
life
I'm gonna call you to unlock it. Once I get home, I'll be right back. Okay.
Well, now they call me. I keep going down. Well, now they call me the breeze. I keep going down. I ain't got me nobody, and I don't care me no This is our first time ever playing together. Thank you. And thank you to everybody who's donating. Was it too loud? Oh, perfect. Cool. Where did let's see. So I want to see some more donations because I'm gonna get dunked in the tank. I'm gonna go change and get in the tank. Thank you guys for listening in. Thank you for donating. Do we have somebody? Hello?
Okay. And it says, sorry, but something went wrong during your broadcast. The show, correct? Your live broadcast has ended. You'll be right here, yeah. Okay. Bye.
Oh, where did Bambino go? Oh, Bambino got away. Here comes Kenna.
Someone said sounded great.
Oh, thank you guys so much. Thank you. I haven't got to sing in a while, and it's so fun. This broadcast ended.
Yes, because it locked up, so it had the code, and then it ended, and now it's in the
Oh,
Also a sing it girl.
Huh?
Also a sing it girl.
Oh, sweet. Oh, thank you guys all so much. And if you don't know, I think most of you guys know, I'm one of the farriers on the farrier team here. And then I have a current apprentice who's just her second time joining us. And then Karen, who's on the farrier team, is a former apprentice that got started in donkey hoof trimming about 5 years ago. So it's pretty cool. Hey, Sierra. We're on Instagram here. So
Hi!
Sierra's a graduate from Horseshoeing School, and then you joined me. This is your second time?
Yeah, second time to
Oscars.
Oscars.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful. It's been very eye-opening, and yeah, it's been really, really good here.
What do you think about donkeys?
At first, I was a little nervous because I heard you don't ever trust a donkey, and I've learned that I trust donkeys a lot, but sometimes a lot more than horses now. I'm a horse girl through and through, but I think I might be going to the dark side, the donkey side.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's been great.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun, and that's pretty cool. Because you didn't learn a lot about donkey hooves in horseshoeing school, did you?
No, we don't put steel shoes on donkeys, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And what? Maybe you trimmed one donkey at horseshoeing school?
We probably trimmed like 20 donkeys in horseshoeing
Okay.
school. Yeah, but we all shared them. It was definitely more horse oriented.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a lot of fun having you join in and bring you into the donkey side. Because historically, you guys, donkeys are underserved in the farrier industry. They're really misunderstood, and then they're underserved. So when you find a farrier that's donkey friendly or really wants to go with donkeys, go for it.
So sorry guys, we were disconnected from Facebook, but we're back on now. So good to have you guys back. Hello everyone. Megan is actually going to be going in the dunk tank pretty soon. So if you guys want to call in and talk to her, talk to our other volunteers, please do. Is that Instagram? So someone asked if we trim babies' hoofs. We trim all the donkey's hoofs. Obviously the babies don't need it until they're a few months old. But every donkey gets a trim about once a quarter. So 4 times a year. Times 159 donkeys, so that's a lot of donkey trims each year. So Megan and Karen are our farriers, and they're just absolutely amazing. So.
Hi, everybody. Hello. All right, so Madison and Kenneth. All right, so we had lots of donors that got us off to a really good start. So for the week leading up to this, we received a lot of donations, which allowed us to start at roughly $30,000 of a $60,000 goal. And then today's been very successful. One donor in particular has made some massive donations that have helped us get over the top, which we're so grateful for. So thank you very much for that. But we're not going to stop fundraising or dunking because we have an hour and a half left. So in the final hour and a half, we're going to raise money for 2 different projects. The first is actually for these lovely people behind you answering the phone. So we have a lot of volunteers that come to us on a regular basis, and they have to use disgusting porta potties, and they eat lunch in a very dusty gazebo. That yes, it gets them out of the rain, but it is hot and gross, and they deserve better. And so I have worked on having a modular visitor center designed. Honestly, I just went back to my house and saw the 3D renderings for the first time. They just got emailed to us. We're working with a really great company out of Florida called Movable Roots. So it's a 11 by 36, very small, tiny home. It's actually on wheels, which is going to make our permitting process easier. And it's going to be, there's a covered porch in the front, and there's just an inside climate controlled thing. It's all windows. There'll be a mini kitchen for them to have their lunch. There'll be 2 bathrooms, one with access from the inside, one with access from the outside. And we can get rid of the porta potties. So really what started it was, I'm spending $450 a month on porta potties. It won't take too long to pay for this. So all in, including the concept, the build, and the transport. This is about a $150,000 project. But if you look at how much I'm spending every month on porta potties and how deserving our volunteers are, this is definitely worth it. So you'll hold that. I'm just going to take this up. Who is it? Feathers is coughing, which is what all this commotion is. We have donkeys cough all the time. She's not choking, she's coughing. It's just unsettling to hear. So the first project that we'll fundraise for is for people. It's for our volunteer center. And we'll just start to keep tabs on how much we raise for this. This is roughly $150,000. We'll raise whatever we can raise today, but the way this will go is that we will find a large donor that wants to do something special that has naming rights, and they will donate this, and this will become the Kenneth Glenser Center for Volunteers, provided Kenneth is the one that makes the donation. So this will come with naming rights for large donors. Somebody with better writing should be doing that. Then the other thing we're going to do is we've designed a way to free up more space for us to do more rescues. And of course, capacity and space is something we talk about all the time around here. And we've come up with a plan, Kenneth and I, and Josh and Gabe actually, on all the steps involved to turn this property into a property that can hold more donkeys in a responsible way. One of the key components to this is creating a pasture that is fully self-sustaining to move our boys into. So if we can get our boys into a pasture that is just for them, that frees up them moving to a lot of different pastures at different times throughout the year, and then we can have a dedicated quarantine pasture for new rescues. And so for this to work, we need to put a new barn and a 30 by 30 roof down there. So this is the actual company that does all of our shelters. This is the actual quote. The total is $60,000. That is for what they call a cactus sheet mare motel. So it's for a barn and a 30 by 30 roof and a 12 by 36 mirage. So these are all the shelters that we need to make the boy pasture what we need the boy pasture to be so that we can free up space for other donkeys. So one project is for people, one project is for donkeys. They both have numbers that I'm sharing with you very transparently. This one is 60,000. This will also come with naming rights if somebody wants to. We can name, we have 3 shelters down there that we can put name plaques on for you. So we'll start back the music. We're going to go heavy with the dunking. Megan is actually changing clothes. Megan's going to get in the dunk booth. I'm going to get in the dunk booth. Kenneth is back in the dunk booth. We're going to dunk all afternoon because we hit our goal and we're super hyped. And then we're going to start raising money for these 2 projects, a volunteer center and a barn for our boys. Yeah. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Call and start making donations, please.
It's on flips. Because the camera's on flips, so like
selfie state.
All the writing's backwards.
Okay, so this says $150,000. I am not trying to raise $51, which is what this would be in reverse. So this says $150,000 and this says $60,000. The pictures, flipped or not, are basically the same. So it is flipped. Sorry guys, it's not perfect, but we're not in the studio at CBS.
You can't write backwards, Ron?
Yeah. So it is what it is. But y'all know what it is. The number that you need to call is not flipped. 855-536-6539. All of these volunteers are sitting here dying to talk to you. All right, Kenneth, get out of the way, Kenneth. Go put on your swimsuit. We're getting wet. 855-536-6539. The next $500 donation to come through, Kenneth is throwing the ball at Megan. Megan's going down for a $500 donation. I'll go down for a $20 donation, but Megan's going down for a $500 donation. 855-536-6539.
I'm ready.
I know, man. slip sliding away, slip sliding away. Don't need your destination before you slip sliding away.
All right, so what you guys are donating for, what today is all about, is, you can keep saying it, it's fine, is paying the hospital bills for our donkeys that we rescued. We had 5 babies that all went to the hospital, all almost died, but they didn't. So Madison and Liz are going to take these cameras and we're going to go introduce you to the babies that we're raising money for. So thank you guys for making all this happen.
Oh, just pull. Oh, just pull? Yeah, just pull it out. You might have just tightened. Here, hold this one.
Everything goes tumbling down. Oh, this one needs to be charged too.
All right, guys, so these are the moms and the babies that we rescued. So this is Sadie. She's the least comfortable of all the moms. I think as long as you avoid her face, she's okay now. Loading her on the hospital with her baby Liam was the closest thing to a rodeo I've ever seen. So cute over a huge one.
He had a son.
So this is Liam, who's trying to crawl up on my lap. Up. Look at
Nice.
10,000.
Megan, you're getting dumped. And we're getting a new barn for the boys.
Hi, baby.
So then this is Remy. Hi. Remy was very sick, and even when she got home from the hospital, she was sick for weeks. She didn't have any symptoms other than a high fever, and she'd get a 103 or 104 fever every day. And we would talk. She likes a little spine massage. You like that, girl? You like that? You like that, girl? Is that the spot? Is that the spot? The doctor said, you know, if the fever is the only symptom she has, let's just keep managing it. She's on an inhaler twice a day, albuterol and a steroid. She's on several different pills that we grind up and feed to her in applesauce. And just 3 days ago, she stopped getting a daily fever. So she is rebounding now, which I'm super grateful for. That's her mom, Elvira, who doesn't like people at all. This is Woody. This is Buttercup, who's going to have a baby very soon. Maybe for the next $10,000 donation. Would you do that first, Buttercup? And this is Woody. Woody is our only hospital repeat. He had to go back to the hospital because he couldn't breathe. He's not going to let me kiss him on camera. He gets really embarrassed. You don't get embarrassed. So this is Woody. This is Remy, and that is Liam. So the problem with these babies, so they were on May 5th when we were at the auction. They were about a week old, and they were in a cesspool of germs, eating hay that was moldy, around donkeys that were sick. And so they got the flu, the equine flu, and then they've never had a vaccine. They had no immune systems built up at only a week of life. And so the flu got them pneumonia, they couldn't breathe, and when they couldn't breathe, they couldn't nurse, and when they stopped nursing, they got hyperlipemia. So these 3 babies had the flu, pneumonia, if she bites my ear, I'm gonna scream, and hyperlipemia. They were so sick that we didn't think any of them were gonna live. Or Woody went to the hospital twice, the rest of them went to the hospital once. Their moms went with them every time. So you can imagine what we spent just in transport and hospital stay. There was a time in my life where I thought ear nibbling was really hot and sexy, but I don't anymore. Not anymore. So these are the donkeys that we saved, that we didn't think would make it, and they've all made it. And they're all just perfect. And you guys are helping us pay for their hospital bills. So that's the point of today. So thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna have Kenneth introduce you to Phoebe and Rachel. And then I'm gonna put on my swimsuit and get dunked. Ooh. And we'll talk. Megan, we're just gonna keep dunking. Dunking, dunking, dunking. Dunking for donkeys. We're gonna let Josh dunk me because for whatever reason he's resentful to me today. Alright, so here's the plan. We're going to introduce them to Phoebe and Rachel, quickly tell their story. So they're going to come back in. Alright.
Should we get plugged in or do we have to
What percent is your on? Yeah, you want to hold this one? There's a portable charger there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, both of them. Alright, let's go see Phoebe and Rachel.
Alright, so y'all go meet Phoebe and Rachel.
I'll take one.
Well, they're both on red.
Nighttime on the city.
Pretty ready to walk back down to the other pasture, but it's been able to explore this spot a little bit today. Yeah.
So we'll just switch this charger back and forth. Okay, perfect.
Just another week or so, girls, and you're going to be in just the next pasture over. Right over there with all the moms and babies. Yeah. You guys are a lot sweeter now that you're not a little bit worked up when you walk over, huh? You are a very nice donkey, Phoebe. And Rachel, you tolerate me, which I appreciate. Phoebe is just as sweet as can be. And Rachel is getting sweeter by the day. But she's still just a little bit more nervous than Phoebe is. She's very brave as long as her friend is around, though. These two are maybe some of the most bonded donkeys we've had at Oscar's place. They are really conjoined at the hip, these guys. Do not like to be separated. Rachel had to get a haircut from me the other day, which she was not a big fan of. But she had some really bad mats on her belly and in her armpits, under her chin, which is why she's got this funky cut going on up here. So I trimmed her up. I tried to make it as pretty as I could, but I didn't want to take any longer than I had to for her sake.
Better than JV's. Yeah, so you've improved.
I've had a little practice now. But I'm really glad that Rachel's not holding too much of a grudge against me. I appreciate it. She was not a fan at first, but I think once we started getting the big mats off of her belly, she really actually started to appreciate it. And at one point we actually had to flip her over on her back to be able to shave her the rest of the way. But she was super cooperative and nice, so I think she came to realize that we were helping her out, and then as soon as we let her out of the pen, she went and ran some laps around the pasture, enjoying the breeze on her fur. So she seems like she's been a little lighter and a little happier since then. A lot like Hershey, actually. Hershey was another donkey that we had to shave once long ago, and immediately after we did, he perked up 50%. He was a lot happier. So some of these long-haired donkeys just aren't adjusted to the heat. Interestingly enough, once we shave them, it seems like their hair doesn't quite grow back as long as it used to, which is good news for them. Although you did look very beautiful, Rachel. I can't deny it. Am I giving Rachel all the attention, Phoebe? I'm sorry. You look so much like Goldie. Yeah. You guys are gonna meet in a week or so. Maybe you'll pair up. Be a little pair of doppelgangers running around the place. Won't be able to tell you apart. You're almost as sweet as Goldie is too, which is pretty incredible, considering Goldie was born here. You just got sweet in the last month or so. But these donkeys that have to get rehabilitated for their health, they really get so much experience with people that they get friendly pretty quick most of the time. A bit skittish from it, but usually they seem to realize that we're helping them out and start to get friendly pretty quick. All right, about time to dunk.
Look at these legs, Phoebe. Look at these legs. Hi, baby. You ready to go back down to what you know? I don't blame you. All right, guys, we're going to do some dunking. Then Kenneth will take them home.
Someone said, oh dear, I missed the announcement of the future plans for the rescue.
Too bad. No, I'll tell you all about it. Josh, who's been a grunt monster all day, realizes he gets to throw a softball and dunk me, and he's like pacing in excitement. Just like Christmas morning. All right, so a quick update of what's happened so far. Our hospital bills from UC Davis for our May rescue were $57,963. We started the day at $30,000 from people who donated ahead of time, and then we got from $30,000 to $57,000 in 2.5 hours, thanks in large part to one particular donor, so thank you so much. So we hit that goal. So we had two choices. We could pack it up and go home, or we could keep fundraising. So we've started a new fundraiser. Both of these plans were already in development. This is a volunteer center. So right now our volunteers, it's 101 degrees right now. It'll get up to 110. They go to the bathroom and porta potties that I just used for the first time today. And I have emotional damage. And they're not ventilated. And somebody uses entirely too much paper. But that's a whole other subject. They're using porta potties, and then they're hanging out in a gazebo. And not a single volunteer here complains. You put my staff in that gazebo and that porta potty, they will complain all day long. These volunteers, they haven't complained once, and it's not an ideal situation. And so we've been working with a company out of Florida called Movable Roots to design basically a giant RV. It will be a tiny home on wheels, which will help us with our permitting process. It's 11 feet by 36 feet. It's designed to have a covered porch with a bench where they can take off their boots. Then there's just a big sitting area inside. It's all windows. There's a kitchenette for lunch. There's an HVAC unit to keep them cool. There's real plumbing that actually works, that goes into a septic system. And then there's 2 bathrooms, one that you can access from the inside and one you can access from the outside. So this is a new volunteer center that we'll be fundraising for. We're just kicking it off a little bit early because we hit our goal. The volunteers are very happy about that. It's going to be about $150,000 all in. We've already had several great donations to go towards it, which is amazing. If somebody makes donations big enough and wants this to be named after them, I have said we can name it the Kenneth Glinser Volunteer Center. We'll name this after you and we'll put a giant plaque on. And every single time these volunteers who put their blood, sweat, and tears into these donkeys go in to take a poop, they'll think of you. Isn't that amazing? Then the next donation, or the next fundraiser is for a barn for our boys. So we only have the land that we have, and we are very responsible with our capacity questions. And so we really gave a lot of thought to how can we create more space for more donkeys so that we can do more rescues. But we have to do that responsibly. So the idea that we came up with was creating a permanent home for our boys in what's now called pasture number 6, which will free up other pastures to move our seniors to a new pasture, which will free up their pasture to be a quarantine pasture. So we've designed a process that will allow us to help basically 30 donkeys every time we go to rescue. To do that, we need to put a barn and a shelter in pasture 6 for our boys. And so this $60,000 fundraiser is for a barn and a shelter that's already been ordered, actually. I ordered it out of good faith that we were going to raise the money. So this is in development and only in development, so I paid for the plans. Then they will sit tight on the plans until I raise the money before they go into production, and then they'll drive it here from Florida. The transport from Florida is included in the $150,000 fee. This is already in production, so we've got to raise this money quickly. So this is $60,000 for the barn and the shelter, and this is $150,000 for the RV. One of the things that I'm really committed to is total transparent fundraising. This is an actual invoice. I have invoices that I'll show you for everything. and you can donate directly to the people that are building it. You can do whatever you want. But this is what we're raising money for now. So the number you call is 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Has the $500 dunk for Megan come through? What? Has the $500 donation for Megan come through?
Oh, to dunk me.
I'm going to get dunked first for Barbara. Barbara called and made a very big donation. She has been a repeat, huge supporter of ours. Our key supporters come through at these telethons because we're under a lot of pressure. Like, what if these phones don't ring? Or what if I don't hit my goals? And so, the same people come through all the time to make sure that this happens. And Barbara is one of those. We're so grateful. Your generosity is amazing. I will say, Barbara made a $10,000 donation. That is as important to me as the $50 donation that comes in. Now, the reason that is because everyone's ability to donate. So if you have a heart for donkeys or if you have a heart for animals, then you give what you can give to support that feeling. Some people, the feeling on their life of donating $50 is the same as some people donating $10,000. So everybody's at a different place in their life. Those donations are equally valuable to me. They just help me do things at different speeds. But I'm going to celebrate Barbara by getting dunked in the dunk booth, and we're going to let Josh throw the balls because he's angry at me today. So, the next $500 donation, this is I want to dunk Megan. Megan's going to get in the photo booth. She will be the first non-staffer to ever be dunked at Oscar's Place. Let's dunk her. It'll be super fun. I think she thinks it'll be fun. She doesn't realize it's pretty scary to be out on her plane. All right, let's dunk. Come on, guys. Up, 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 up. Music.
Does he get 3 balls to dunk you 3 times? Oh, he will.
5 or 6.
Last year or last time, I threw 4 balls.
Yep.
3 out of 4.
Yep.
Josh, wait till everyone gets out of here.
Yeah.
All right, Barbara. I am grateful for you. If my shorts come up, I tied them extra tight because that's my fear. Is my shorts coming off in this little window. I'm going viral for all the wrong reasons. Barbara, this is for you.
Let's go,
Thank
Josh.
you so much.
Yay, Barbara! Woo, Barbara! Woo-hoo!
All right. Josh is such a show off.
That's what I had wanted to be. Good job.
Barbara, thank you for supporting us. There's very few people that I would get on this for, and you're one of them. So thank you. Megan's next. $500 for Megan. Let's go.
There's two balls left. Oh no, he's gonna do it again.
No, he's not doing it again.
Oh, look at how cool. He has to do it again.
No, it's broken.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna dunk you. You are gonna dunk me? We got one of the volunteers who's gonna dunk me.
Let's plug him in while we're waiting. I need, is that?
It's one of the volunteers.
Who's throwing? Josh has been practicing.
I thought no.
He's pretty good at it.
You gonna throw it?
I say
it's the other
Megan. You say dunk. Megan, dunk. Megan, dunk. I say Megan. You say dunk. Megan, dunk. Megan, dunk.
Alright, here it comes. I can't wait.
I think in that room there's one.
Megan, there's towels in that.
Donking, I love it.
Donkey. What's your name? Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope I'm a good shot. We'll see.
Ready?
We're practicing all morning.
One shot.
Get up there now?
Get up there now. All right, guys, we are raising money to pay for hospital bills. Megan is our farrier at Ostrich Place, and she's agreed to take one for the team.
You just stood out on the very edge?
She got a $500 donation. She's all brave till she got up there. I say Megan, you say dunk. Megan, dunk. Megan, dunk. Oh,
It is a little scary.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Megan, hold your breath. You can scoot closer. Make it easier.
Okay.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Get closer. Or do like Kenneth and just punch it.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh my god. This is way too hot around here.
Is it warm?
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Is it warm?
That feels so good. I'm from the coast. I'm
Terrible.
burning
I haven't played softball in like 50 years. I didn't realize.
I peed in the water because I wanted it to be warm for Megan.
Oh, what did they say?
He peed in the water.
Oh. I did too. I didn't want to use the porta potty.
All right, let's raise some money.
This is the right one, right?
Yes. Yeah. Here, take this. Just hold this for 1 second for me.
That's great.
107.
Guys, we are in the final 53 minutes of fundraising. We are now raising money for a volunteer center and for an expansion that will allow us to rescue more donkeys in September. Kenneth and I will go to the September auction. If we hit this goal and we can get this boy barn built, we will integrate the boys into Pasture 6 and we'll go to the auction in September and we will rescue more donkeys. So we have a new goal now. The number you call is 855-536-6539. Kenneth has a dunk coming. I have another dunk coming. Omar has a dunk coming. I just got a dirty look from Omar. No, we have several more dunks. We're going to have a fun final hour. Let's raise some money. If you prefer people, we're raising money for our volunteer center. If you prefer donkeys, we're raising money for a new barn. This barn will allow us to rescue more donkeys in September. So Kenneth, if we get this barn built, Kenneth and I will go to the auction in September and do another rescue. So 855-536-6539. Talk to these good people who have donated their time today to help us raise this money. I think we're having a little power emergency. Now we're coming. Yeah, so we're going to play some music. We'll straighten out the camera. We have some dunks coming. Barbara, thank you again. That was super fun.
Yeah, 1 sec.
I don't know where I put my glasses. All right, guys, we're raising money for a volunteer center and a barn for our boys that will allow us to go to the auction in September. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook. I'm wearing flip-flops, so we're going to start Feet Finder at 2:30. So you can find us on Feet Finder, Instagram, or Facebook. Hi, dear. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Hi, Barbara. I can't keep this straight. I don't know why. Don't. Take your shoes off. Terry, Susan said I see my friend Terry there. Yay, Barbara. Taylor. Why is Josh so grumpy? Go back out and enter again. Oh, I'm sorry, the feed is cutting out. Great. So I'm caught up on comments. We have more dunks coming. Hi, Instagram. How do you choose your donkeys at the auction? It's very difficult. You know, we are looking for donkeys that are emotionally and physically healthy. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this camera. Just not sure why we can't. There, that's a little bit better. All right, let's play some music. We got less than an hour left. Let's get our interview up. City Attendant and Tony.
Let's see.
I like to get candid.
All right. The next person to call, 855-536-6539, and say Kenneth looks good in red, is going to get a $100 TJ Maxx gift card. Call the 800 number, say Kenneth looks good in red, and you get a $100 TJ Maxx gift card. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. And if nobody calls, Kenneth is going to be in tears because he's going to think he doesn't look good in red. There we go. We got a gift card.
You say I wanna stay. You say you wanna be alone.
Martha girl.
You say split, but your words they lie. Too many kisses. You gotta hold on me right from the start. Grip so tight I couldn't tear it apart. My nerves all jumping like a fool. Kisses they burn me, but your heart stays cool. Now from the end, Thousand Lila. You can't bear the love they couldn't deny. Your words say split.
Kenneth and Josh are going to take Phoebe and Rachel down below. They came up and made a guest appearance today. And then Kenneth is going to reappear in a swimsuit for his final dunk of the day. Eight 536-6539. How much have you all raised so far? I think our rescue under their quarantine. How long did it take them to get used to each other? The donkeys get used to each other very quickly. Donkeys are very smart, very social animals, and so we have no issues with integration. I think all in for the week leading up and finishing our fundraising goal for the hospital and starting a new fundraising goal, I think we're at about $70,000.
There was another question on, did you say there will be a fundraiser come the fall?
So we do this again on Giving Tuesday, which is towards the end of November. I'm not quite sure when it is, but we do 2 telethons a year, early summer and Giving Tuesday. I will not get in a dunk tank in November, but we had pie throwing last year. We'll do something abusive. So this is Alex. Alex hasn't been on the telethon because he's been out doing medications. He has about 20 donkeys that you medicate 2 times a day. And it's a variety of things. So sometimes he crushes pills and mixes them with applesauce and puts them in a syringe. Sometimes he has paste for upset stomachs. Sometimes he buries pills inside of carrots. It's all different. Every donkey takes their medicine a different way. And Alex makes sure all that happens. Medicine days are very busy days. Yeah. So he hasn't been around here for any of the fun, but I wanted to introduce you to Alex.
Yeah. All right. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you guys.
Could you do a donkey plunge like Special Olympics does their polar bear plunge? I don't know what that means. Does that mean put the donkeys in the water, Andrea?
I think like the polar bear plunge is like when everybody goes and jumps in
Oh, yeah, maybe. Alex Marie said hello. That's very sweet, Marie. Thank you. Andrea said hello. These guys work so hard, and I get all of the attention. And I try to be a good boss and be good to my team, but I do realize I get all the attention and they do all the work. So thank you for shouting them out. Oh, there's lots of things. Let's call him over. I think he'd be happy to see. He'll probably be embarrassed, so let's see. So I don't want to talk shit about Kenneth, but Kenneth has been on camera a lot today and nobody said this nice things about him. But look at all these people. Hi Alex, hi Alex, hi Alex. Hi Alex, you're an amazing human, Alex. Thank you Alex for all the care you do for the wonderful donkeys.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys for being so nice to him. Now get back to work.
All right.
So the person that won this wants to throw it back in to get more calls.
Great. So the person that gave Kenneth a compliment is taking it back. He doesn't look so good in red, I think. And so I'm kidding. She thinks Kenneth looks good in red. But she wanted to put this back in the pool to get more calls. So the next person that calls and says TJ Maxx and makes a donation is going to get a $100 gift card. So literally, you make a $100 donation, you get a $100 gift card, you're net. So 855-536-6539, say TJ Maxx. 855-536-6539, say TJ Maxx. And we'll give you a $100 gift card. Madison will mail it out to you. Why are the phones not ringing?
What else can we do now? Except roll down the windows and let the wind blow back your hair. Friday nights busted open, leaves too late to take us anywhere. One last chance to make it real. Trading these wings on some wheels. Climbing back, heaven's waiting down on the track.
Volunteers raise money for your organization and they do the fun. Got it. Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Do you want to do the kissing volunteers line up? She brought it over there. She brought Charlie Brown over to the kissing room.
Oh.
Not for you. Not for you.
I literally, I can't believe you're putting on a spot like this, but no.
We're going to line up all the volunteers to kiss you.
I thought that's what you were saying. And that's why you got such a dirty look. I mean, how did that work? I don't think so. TJ Maxx!
This is the town for losers, a whole lot of here to win.
All right. So even if you've donated, which some of you have donated a lot, Andrea, you can still call and talk to our volunteers. We've been at this for 3.5 hours. We got half an hour left. We're going to do a couple more dunks. But call and thank them for all that they've put in, all the hours that they've put in today, which would be really great. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Have there been a lot of mystery links?
No. And then there's like some except for a couple that he already says, I showed Madison.
Nothing comes easy.
I saw where it says the post that comment has been deleted.
Yes, that's not me. So I'm wondering where No, this is Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Hasn't been
I've seen it. I just assumed you were deleting it.
No, it's like it pops up.
Heaven opens up the door. Angels feel the prayer. Some men go crazy.
LPK, I've been reorganizing, decluttering, and donating while watching the television. I'm sure it's been enjoyable. Thank you, LPK.
So I'm like, I didn't see anything.
LPK is a donor and volunteer and baker that has graced us with lots of baked goods.
Do you want to update the post-it? We're at 12,000 now.
Yeah. So we're going to update this number because while I love the volunteers, I think we should raise for donkeys at the moment. So we're at $12,000 in to a $60,000 goal. Trying to figure out how to get this on both screens. And it's for this. So this is the barn and shelter required to expand one of our pastures so that we can rescue more donkeys. So if we get this $60,000 raised and get this installed, Kenneth and I will go to the auction in September and rescue more donkeys. The goal is $60,000. We're at $12,000. So this is what we're up to now. Thank you so much for making this possible. That's right. Let's get these phones ringing. 855-536-6539. You can send Kenneth and I off. We'll start planning now for our September rescue, even though I feel like we're just now recovering from this one. Oh, I thought you were waiting for this. That is incredible. I'm going to tell the team right now. Are you still watching it live? Great. Great. I'm going to announce it right now and walk outside. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Oh my God, another wild. So, Madison, if you'll get the marker.
Can we hold it?
So suspenseful.
We're going to move this $12,000. We're going to apply the $12,000 to the volunteer center. because one donor just came in and bought the entire barn. We just got a $60,000 donation. $60,000. What that means is we will put this barn in, we'll get it in by the end of summer, and then Kenneth and I will go to the auction in September and we will rescue as many donkeys as we can, because with the barn for the boys, we have space for a whole new group of donkeys. So one donor just bought the barn and made this happen. Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart, and we will get started right now planning for our September rescue. Thank you.
Yeah!
I can't believe it. I'm in awe, you guys. I just can't believe it. It's incredible. It's very rewarding also, because what we try to do is spread joy and raise funds by sharing our mission, being transparent, being authentic, and not just showing you horrible, sad stories and making you feel so guilty if you don't do something. That isn't how we want to be. What we want to be is we want to uplift donkeys, uplift donors, uplift volunteers. We want to uplift people, not make people sad. And that is a slow and go fundraising process, because the more dramatic the image, the more fundraisings that come in. So to have somebody see us today experiencing all this joy, working this hard to make the world a better place, and want to reward us with a $60,000 donation to build a barn, to do more good to help donkeys, is just incredible. I don't really get choked up very often. I'm probably choked up just because I'm sleep deprived, but it means the world to me. And thank you very much. I do think that we should do a Andrea specific dunk.
Oh yeah. Who does she want to dunk?
Andrea, who do you want to dunk? You can dunk. Do you want to dunk me or Kenneth or Megan? Oscar's Place has the best donors and best volunteers. That's right. It's incredible. The word is out. Oscar's Place is amazing. The telethon proves it. She said me. I mean, I didn't mean to say I'm happy to do it. I was secretly hoping you'd choose somebody else. All right, let's do it. Who wants to throw a ball at me? Let's go. Let's go. I'm getting dunked for a barn.
Hold this one, I'll take it. It's pointed that way.
Okay.
Hot.
Don't you have to be dunked 6 times for $60,000? For $60,000?
We'll do one.
Come on, 6.
Good luck, Kenneth.
Too many cameras. Where are you supposed to hit it? On that metal plate?
All right.
Yeah.
Our amazing donor today, Andrea. I hope I'm saying it right, because I know it's Andrea or Andrea. I know you can say it either way. Andrea. It's incredible the impact you've had on our day. we have had lots of donations today, and all of those donations are greatly appreciated. But when somebody comes out swinging with massive donations to allow us to buy a barn, so what that means, Kenneth, we have a whole barn that I already ordered and I hadn't paid for. So a very smart way to run a business, but I ordered it because it takes a very long time for them to make it. They're going to put it down in Pasture 6. All of our boys can then, once they have shelter and the guys have a place where they can work on them, they'll live permanently in Pasture 6, which means that Pasture 3 will permanently become our senior center, which means that Pasture 5, where our seniors live, will be our quarantine pasture. We're going to empty our quarantine pasture this week, so all of those donkeys that we rescued in May are all now healthy and moving to permanent home pastures. So that will be empty, and it will sit empty until September, and we will go to the September auction, and we will rescue donkeys in gratitude to Andrea, and bring them back here, and we can make all that. We can do all of that because we have a barn for the boys. So I'm going down for you, Andrea. And you need to scoot back as far as you can.
Going in.
Just as far as I can go. She's be on an all-star softball team. Is that hot?
We actually have a donkey named Andrea, but she's not very nice.
She's coming around. She's coming.
All right, Andrea, you're the best. Everyone else, you are not.
Literally.
Ah!
Oh.
It's so tense.
Oh.
You can scoot closer. Kenneth cheats.
Oh. Seriously?
You got it.
It takes practice.
Got
all the time in the world.
To be honest, Kenneth walked up and pushed it in when he dunked it.
I haven't even got it
Give me
once.
one more shot.
The things I do for money. Thank you. That's really, really exciting. And now that I'm wet, you can't tell the difference between dunk tank water and tears, and so I feel a lot more fun. All right, let's raise some money. Let's play some music. Kenneth is next. I say Kenneth, you say donk. Kenneth.
Donk.
Kenneth.
Donk.
Oh yeah, let me plug that.
You look for trouble and you found me, son. Straight down the barrel of a long gun. Try to come back if you can. Keep proving you're a dead man.
22 minutes.
All right, guys, we're in the final 22 minutes. Kenneth is going to take us out with the last dunk of the day.
I don't know how I did it.
All right, so 4 hours ago, we started a telethon to cover hospital expenses for donkeys that we rescued in May. Within the first 2 hours of the telethon, we blew through that goal of $57,000. So all of the expenses that we paid to UC Davis to take care of those babies that came in sick have all been covered. So we launched another fundraiser. I've lost a piece of paper. We launched one for a barn that would allow us to provide permanent housing for our boys, which should give us a quarantine pasture, which will allow us to rescue more donkeys. Somebody called and paid for the barn in one phone call. That's why I just got dunked. So this is paid for, which means that Kenneth and I are now going to start officially planning our September rescue. So now, in the last 22 minutes, we're at $12,000 for the volunteer center. So these lovely volunteers deserve to poop in comfort. And right now they don't get to. Right now they use disgusting porta potties, and they have a little tiny gazebo that they have lunch in, and it's 100 degrees today. So let's get them this home started. It's an 11 by 36 trailer that's going to come from a company in Florida called Movable Roots. This is the first 3D imaging of it. And it's going to be somewhere for them to have their lunch, socialize, go to the restroom, cool down, or heat up in the summer, heat up in the winter. It's going to go exactly where our existing porta potty and gazebo are, only it's going to have real plumbing. So let's do the final 22-minute push. Call 855-536-6539, and let's do it for the volunteers. Speaking of doing it for the volunteers, I'm the one running my mouth all day. These are the guys that gave up their personal time to come in here and answer the phones and help support us. So let's hear it for the volunteers. And there's not enough applause to go around for Madison, who has organized this whole entire event. Yes! Madison leads all of our administrative efforts here and does so better than me. And with a smile on her face, she's an incredibly pleasant person. She's incredibly capable. I'm totally comfortable with every task that I give her, which for me has never happened in 55 years. So I love it. So thank you very much. All right. We got 20 minutes and Kenneth getting dunked. Let's do a last push in fundraising for the Volunteer Center. 855-536-6539. Do we have one final giveaway?
We do, yes. This and then another thing.
So this is a donkey lover. Oh, where's the camera? This is a donkey lover package. So call 855-536-6539 to make a donation and say I love donkeys, and you're gonna get this pack of a thing, this thing, and this thing. So it looks like a sign, a tote, socks, and an ornament. 855-536-6539. Say I love donkeys, and Madison is going to mail you this donkey lover packet. I'll hear phones ringing. 855-536-6539. Madison, Andrea, who was nervous that I wasn't going to say thank you, said, "Can you thank Madison? Her invitation to name a donkey inspired my interest in your organization, and here we are." I was going to thank her, even without being told, but I really appreciate how much people love Madison. All right, come on, guys. 15 minutes. Even if you're calling just to say hi and to talk to our volunteers, let's call.
Not one yet.
Huh?
It hasn't got taken yet.
Oh, and say I love donkeys, and you're going to get this donkey pack. 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Say I love donkeys, and you get a donkey pack. I'm just reading all the notes, Scott. Madison is our hero. Donkey pack go. They're fighting over the donkey pack. First come, first serve. Madison is Wonder Woman, Warrior Princess. It's quite a compliment.
Wow. Probably my family. My sisters. That's something they would do.
Nope, it's Marie.
Wow. Thank you.
14 minutes. And we'll dump it.
Let you see one thing for yourself. You're off with someone else. I thought that I might keep for my own.
Thank you for all of your support. Oh, LPK, don't you worry. They were fighting over that donkey pack. Amy, what you want to do? I think you could. You are JFK. Beverly Ann, thank you so much. Andrea, thank you. I'll let her know. We're in the final 10 minutes. Every donation that comes in the final 10 minutes is going to go towards Kenneth's dunk. 855-536-6539. You won't have a chance to call this number and talk to these wonderful people again until the end of November. This is it. Call them, tell them thank you for what they're doing. Tell them that you love donkeys. Give us a few dollars to dump Kenneth. 855-536-6539. So these telethons are fun. They're a lot of work, but they're fun. But honestly, it's the music that makes it so cool. So let's give it up for Dave for providing us so much entertainment. He is so talented and so pleasant to work with. I hope he's on camera. No. Sorry, guys. There he is. Our cameras are a little wonky. He's great, and he's been such a supporter of ours, and it's just a great vibe to have music in the background, and it makes the day more fun. So, yes, Roxanne, our next telethon will be on Giving Tuesday. Dave, everyone's saying thank you for all the great music.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Ron. I appreciate it.
All right. Please state how much has been donated. Madison, let's get a total.
Okay.
Madison will get a total. We have 7 minutes left. Oh, Dave, the thank you and the claps are still coming in. Madison, Andrea said she wants to fly in and volunteer for our next telethon.
Yes, please.
We welcome you. By the time the next telethon is here, not only will your barn be built, but our September rescue will also be here. So it'll be great timing. You get to see all the donkeys you saved, all the donkeys in their new home. This has been a fun telethon. Ron, you're great. Thank you. I'm going to not talk and nap for the rest of the day. My voice hurts, and this is a lot of energy for me. All right, let's go back to the volunteers. Let's get our final donations in. Madison, get the total.
She was going to total, yes.
All right, we have one final giveaway. Call the number on your screen and say peace, love, and donkey, and you're going to get this makeup bag and this tote. Is that what this is?
Yes. Yeah.
A makeup bag that says peace, love, and donkey. It's actually very cute. And a tote with a very cute little donkey on it. So the final giveaway of the day, this donkey pack. Call the number and say peace, love, and donkey, and it's yours. Madison will mail it to you. The number is 855-536-6539. 855-536-6539. Marie said the telethons keep getting better and better. Well, I hope so. I hope we're good at this, and it is getting better. Here comes this, I think. Andrea said, my heart is so happy. Andrea, our heart is so happy. It's incredible. Stacy just increased her guardian. Stacy, you've given us so much. We're so appreciative of you.
And then our total.
For the whole day?
Yes.
Kenneth? Shalyn? Liz? Come on in. So this is Shalyn and this is Liz. They've been monitoring all the comments behind the scenes, and so we do quite a bit for cybersecurity. So we make sure nobody's posting links for you to donate that aren't from us. And so they're constantly making sure that everything that's happening is legitimate and that nobody gets taken advantage of. So it's not a very fun job, and I'm very grateful for them. And then, of course, Kenneth and Madison, who's arranged this whole thing. But our total for our summer telethon is $133,247. We have raised $133,000 for donkeys today. Guys, I missed enough. It was an incredibly successful telethon from the very bottom of our hearts. We struggle so much with fundraising. It's such an important part of what we do, and it's our least favorite part of what we do. This is us trying to have fun doing it, and you making it so worthwhile. This is incredible. This is an incredible amount of money, and we're just so grateful to each and every one of you that made today possible. Let's dunk Kenneth as a way of signing off. Actually, it's going to stop here. This says 51 seconds remaining. If you're on Instagram, you might want... Okay, anyway, we'll figure this out, but we're going to dunk Kenneth. Kenneth is going to get loaded up right now. If this shuts off because we're on a 4-hour limit, Madison will log right back on and we'll give you a moment to join. All right, let's dunk Kenneth. I say Kenneth, you say dunk. Kenneth, dunk, Kenneth, dunk.
All right, Instagram, so we're gonna hop off super quick because of our time limit, but we're gonna hop right back on. So I'll see you in 1 second.